What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Gen TV podcast. As always, your boy Ease.
Hey, one of sauce, guy.
And before we get the podcast started, make sure y'all hit that like button. It helps us a lot. Drop a comment. Make sure y'all hit the sub button. But we back.
Yeah, we're back at it.
Yo, we've been pretty consistent. Yo, I wanted to tell you. I'm really proud of us.
Proud of us?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I feel like we've
So
been.
you're including me in this one. You're not proud of yourself.
No, I'm proud of us.
Okay.
Like, why? You know, so you can't give fat people
I
compliments.
don't know.
You can't give fat people
Here we go.
The internet's making me turn on you.
Here the fuck we go. You know, I said that because you usually don't include me in our achievements and our accomplishments. You usually just
What are you talking about? I don't include us in our achievements.
You just be like, I did really well in this.
Can you name one fucking example?
Nah,
like what?
I'll fuck with you. Go ahead. Yeah. Don't take too much offense to it.
Either way, I want to say I'm proud of us because I feel like we just shot almost like 5 weeks in a row. Like we have, usually like we'll do good and then take like a week or two off.
Right.
But we've been mad consistently with shooting wise.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I think like we hadn't had any vacations or anything coming up. Like usually it's one of us is either going away or like one of us has like our life is just completely like busy.
No, I don't count the vacation weeks, but like even if sometimes I feel like we just don't feel like it. Sometimes it's just like, it's kind of
we got enough in the
bag. Yeah, we got some shit in storage. We got shit in storage.
Right.
But I feel we've been real good.
That's funny. I thought about that the other day. I know we were talking about some of our content and stuff, and what's to come out. And I was like, damn, we got a decent amount that's like in the storage already.
Yeah, a bit too much.
Right.
A bit too much.
We got a lot.
I think one thing we definitely need to work on, and I've been preaching this, is like just being more current.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, we just dropped our like J. Cole episode like 2 months late.
You think he's gonna respond? You think J. Cole's gonna respond to this?
I tell you what, the fucking clip's doing pretty good on Instagram.
Right. Yeah, I guess no matter what, it's like people just want a reason to be upset.
I mean, so I didn't wear my man bun today.
Why is that?
The internet's being so mean to me about the man bun, man.
Really?
They keep picking on me about the man bun.
Well, I see the internet is rubbing off on you because like they've been picking on me on my fatness, and you're just like using any opportunity to comment on it. Funny enough, in the years that I've known this guy, he's never once brought up my weight as a joke. And then as of recently reading the comments, this guy's just been like throwing that shit around randomly. Like, you know what?
It's been twice.
I didn't know I was fat. I'm sorry. Now that you say it, bro, I got to do something about it.
They've been telling me to tell you. The comments literally say, are you telling him that?
like you're my spokesperson. Like you're the one that's gonna make it through to me.
What do y'all think? I'm gonna bring him into a room, like sit him down one day, like, hey man,
I didn't know I was fat before y'all commented it, but since y'all told him to tell me, I think I finally get it.
I didn't. What the? And the man bun thing, it's just confusing to me.
Right.
Because people are just saying like, well, fuck you and your man bun, or like, what do you know? You have a man bun. It's like,
I'm telling you, people pick out the randomest thing. I remember one comment said, "There's no way he's talking and he has a vape in his hand." Okay.
That's probably is that a health one?
No, I don't think it was even a health one. Like I think it was just like a random topic.
Either way, man. We appreciate the engagement. It's been pretty. Our clip's been doing pretty good lately.
I told you guys, I love when they hate on us because no matter what, whether you write a good comment or a bad comment, it still works out the same way for me. So
yeah,
still works out the same way.
I think that's one thing I'm starting to realize. Like, obviously, having a good fan base is good and it makes you successful.
Right.
But you need a good amount of people hating on you.
Absolutely.
Like, that's just you need that combo.
Enemies.
If you don't have haters, you're probably not gonna make it. Like,
right.
Oddly enough, I don't know what it is about haters that helps you progress in your career, but you need them.
Bro, people cannot love you too much. Like they just can't. They can't love you enough because the people that love you do not comment. It's really the people that actually have an issue with the shit that you're saying.
You know what? That's a good point. The first people to comment are the people that hate you,
right.
And then the people that like you kind of come to your defense.
Right. They coming after. It's like, wait. Y'all not fucking with our niggas. Like, y'all not disrespecting these niggas. Like,
we appreciate the people that fuck with us. Man.
Absolutely.
Actually, we appreciate the people that don't fuck with us.
That too.
It's funny because I don't understand their anger. It's like, we'll say a take that people don't agree with, right? Obviously, we just spoke on the Kendrick thing.
Right.
And people are talking to us like we just spit on their mother.
Their mom. Like, your mom's a hoe. Like, we just disrespected their fucking mother.
I get it. We said that Kendrick fans don't typically come out until Drake's mentioned, right? And the comments have been pretty disrespectful.
Right.
I get okay. You guys are fans. You guys convinced us. Like, you guys are really fans.
Y'all been riding from him since day one. Yeah. Okay.
Like, I've never seen people so thirsty to be a meat writer. Like, it's just the oddest thing.
Like, hold on. Y'all not disrespecting my dick.
Yeah. Like,
not my dick. Yeah. Like, only I could disrespect that.
I write out for him.
Literally, right out. But honestly, that's a true statement. I really believe that Kendrick fans don't. They only really come up to bat when Drake is in the conversation. Like, they only really come up to bat when in defense of Kendrick. Yeah. Outside of that, you hear nobody promoting his music or really not to say not bumping, but they're not pushing his new projects or anything like that. They're kind of just kept under the rug. It's like they're looking for an opportunity to shine. You know, it's like they're looking for that one thing that's gonna make them be like have their 10 seconds of fame.
I mean, we appreciate that. Your 10 seconds of fame is helping us out.
Keep that 10 seconds under our post.
Let's get into our question of the day, our post of the day.
So the question of the day is, so there's a post going around of pretty much is a cartoon image of a girl dancing on a guy, right?
Okay.
So it says, a woman in a relationship is out with her friends for a girls' night. She started dancing like this on a guy. Is this A, cheating?
Okay.
B, nothing. C, inappropriate. Or D, having fun.
Okay.
So we asked on Facebook, what do you guys think, right? So a lot of people, honestly, have been going back and forth between A and C, which A and C is cheating and inappropriate, right? So just to read a couple off and not be too monotonous, Betta Rincon said A and C. Peggy said A and C. Terry said C. Olivia said C. CC said C. Or CC said A, I'm sorry. King Moon Mister said A. A lot of A's going down, and one person said E. About to get her and that nigga shot. Which is,
all right, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. He'll crash out. He'll crash out.
Like I said, fuck it. Like, we airing this whole shit out. Y'all didn't put E as all of the above up there? Like, we about to, it's lit for y'all. Another person said A, most likely. B, y'all for the streets. C, y'all cheat. And D, kick her ass. Which option would you choose out of his options? A, most likely. B, y'all for the streets. C, y'all cheat. And D, kick her ass. Kick her ass out. Kick her ass out.
I don't think my girl dance with another man is worth me kicking her ass.
No, kick her ass out. I don't know.
Kick her ass out the crib?
I'm assuming so.
I don't think it's worth that. I don't know, bro. It's fun. It's funny. So I'm in my 30s, right? I'm at the age where I think if I saw my girl, if I went out, right, and I saw my girl dancing another man, I don't really know how I would handle it, yo. Like,
so if you saw it, like if you walked into the spot and you seen her,
if I saw it, I'd be disgusted. Like that, yo, that'd be like a punch to the gut.
Now, what if you heard about it?
If I heard about it and then she like admits to it, yo, it really depends on the relationship and what kind of ground rules you guys have set. Like if you say to your girl, hey, when you go out, I don't want you dancing with other men.
No, don't give me the political answer. Well, currently, where you're at.
No, I'm like,
where Ease is at right now.
If I saw if my girl danced with another man, right? It's like confirmed to me. I can be petty at times. I might rationalize that as a free pass to cheat on her.
Right.
Like I gotta level up.
Okay, you gotta.
Let's like, yo, you want to dance on the dude? Nah, I gotta go fuck a bitch.
Okay.
Like I can't ever just get even with you. Right. I gotta go above and beyond.
That's a little extreme. Like you done took it from here to from like a level 2 to like a level 10.
Yo, I don't know. Yo,
that's not even a 1 up. That's like a 8 up.
Yo, the crazy shit is right because the way we dance is kind of insane when you think about it, right? Like your girl's putting her ass on another man's like groin area.
Right.
That's a crazy thing. And you know what's funny? I don't think white people deal with this issue.
Yeah.
This is like a primary like.
Oh no, they do. Oh, they trust me. They
you think so?
1,000%.
Bro, you go to all white club, right? Like an all white club. They don't typically dance like that.
No, but they do dance. They try to imitate it in a way. Like
No, they do, right? There's the occasional ones, right? I think there's ones that kind of, they want to mingle and do all that shit. I'm thinking, you go like a straight white bar. Go to a white bar.
Mm-hmm.
They're not dancing like that. I'm not saying they don't cheat. I'm not saying that, right? I'm just saying this isn't like one of their primary concerns. This is like kind of our kind of issue. Because our culture typically only dances one way.
No, I'm telling you, they go straight to cheating.
What?
Like, okay, so we made dance. I feel like our ethnic women made dance, right? And may not cheat, right? There's a possibility that she may not cheat. She may just dance.
Yeah.
I feel like the other side, like they go from not dancing to immediate cheating. Like jump straight into like something that considers
I get that. I get
something that will classify as cheating.
I don't know, because if your girl's dancing with another dude, right, and his dick get hard, that makes it way worse,
bro. So one time, right, I was talking to this girl and I was explaining to her how ideally I don't like my girl going out. Call me insecure. Call it what you want.
Like,
right?
You don't want like her going out at all.
Not going out. Like occasionally is cool, but like if you're like habitually at every party.
Ideally, how many times a month would you want your girl going out? A month.
A year.
A year? How many times would you want your girl going out in a year to like a club or bar?
3 to 4 times is cool.
3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
That's like where you're comfortable.
She better save all them shits for like December. Like if she really want to be outside, she save them shits for December. But ideally, I don't want my girl outside that much. Like honestly.
Yo, I don't think no man does, bro.
Right. But I was telling her how like I didn't like that, right? And I typically don't like my girl being outside like that. And she was telling me like, what the typical thing girls say, like, I know how to act. I know how to not like do too much or disrespect the relationship and blah blah blah, right? And obviously wasn't too happy about it. Time went on. I'm just like, we'll deal with this at a later date, right? So one day me and her are having a conversation. She's telling me about, I guess, her wanting to go out and what's my gripes like towards it, right? And I'm telling her like, hey, like, typically like it's not okay for like, you're gonna be drinking, like it's not an environment I think that's conducive to like a girl in a relationship. Like typically like guys aren't really doing shit at parties that draws attention, but anything a girl does in a party just draws attention. Like she's gonna be lit with her friends. Niggas gonna be looking at her and be like, damn, that's a baddie. She's gonna start shaking ass. Now you're shaking ass. Now you got niggas looking at you shaking ass. And
when women go out, they do shake ass.
Right.
They have
to shake ass.
They might not dance on men, but something about women going out.
They have to.
But this is what I'm saying, bro.
Right.
Like this is our issue.
Right.
They're not dealing with this, man.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
the white people are not dealing with this. They're women. They may cheat, but they don't have to shake ass when they go out.
No,
bro.
but I'm telling you, they jump straight to cheating. Like
I get it, but I'm just saying there's no cheat. Like, they're just cold cheating.
Right.
Like our girls are warming niggas up.
It's like one of those things where it's like, you either do it or you don't, but the middle ground is like, I don't even, because technically nothing was done, but I do feel a type of way about this middle ground.
That's
this
the weird,
middle spot.
That's the weird thing about dancing, right? It's not technically cheating, right?
Technically nothing was done.
But I feel betrayed.
I do feel a way about this shit, right?
You feel betrayed.
So I was explaining this to her. I was like, look, like, like you're going to be out drinking. You're going to be like, throwing ass with your friends. And guys are going to be looking on. Some guys are going to have the balls to come up to you and try to talk to you. May even do something inappropriate to you. Like, why put yourself in that situation? And I said that to her. She was like, like, I kind of see your point, because one time I was drinking and I told my ex-boyfriend that he didn't want me to go out to this spot. And I told my ex-boyfriend that, I'm still going to go. And I ended up going. And eventually he said, like, okay to the shit. And then she ends up dancing with some guy while she was there. And she could feel his dick getting hard while she's dancing on him. And I'm like, so first things first, the nigga tells you that he doesn't want you to go, and you still go outside of like his wishes, right? Then to double down, you dance with another nigga to the point where his dick is getting bricked while you're dancing with him, and you think that this is appropriate while you're in a relationship?
Because you're like, it's got to be a very sensual dance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're giving that guy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Bro, she could fucking put her ass on me. My shit is getting bricked up.
I don't get hard like that off dancing. Like,
Nah.
it had,
speak for yourself, buddy.
But it has to be like because if you're a bad dancer, it does nothing for me.
Speak
like
for
yo,
yourself.
I need like a whiner. Like if when
like a sensual dance.
yeah, not like yeah, but like you know when a girl's just like
in that shit,
like whining, and you're like oh, like
right.
your blood just start flowing down. Like that's him.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, nah, she just gotta throw it back on me once, and my shit is bricked up. Like you know, like when your dick get hard in class and you can't like walk to the board. That's exactly how I am in a club.
You know what's fun? You know what's nice though? When you're dancing with a girl and she feels your shit,
and
then she like focuses
right.
like
goes harder on it.
zeroes down on that area. Yeah. Like she grabbed that shit from the back.
Right. Or start rubbing your shit. Nah, that's crazy. But I'm like, yo, for you to feel like this is okay for this nigga to like dance on you while you're in a relationship, like, come on. And honestly, like this is the shit I be talking about. This is why I don't like my girls going out. You feel me? Like I don't like them outside. Yo,
honestly, bro,
3-4 times a year.
Yo, you really like you want a girl that's a homebody, like a real homebody.
Like,
yo, no man wants his girl outside. Yo, obviously, we kind of have to let him go. I mean, it sounds crazy.
You have to
let him, bro. Because at the end of the day, we like to go out, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't want to be hypocritical in that sense.
I'm fine with being a hypocrite, bro. I'm okay with that shit.
You're not.
I'm okay with being a hypocrite, man.
Yo, but you don't want to go out all the time, and then you tell your girl she can't because. You just sound crazy. It's just, yo, that's just in a rule in a relationship, right? You don't want your girl to not go out on her own.
On her own terms.
Yeah,
like I don't want you to not go out because you don't like to go out. Like, what happened to the bitches that read books? Like, where are they at?
They went extinct.
That like to like light essence and listen to slow music. Like, whatever happened to that shit?
I don't know.
Not essence, incense.
Okay. I don't. Yo, I'm like if my girl went out and she was dancing with another guy, right? Mm-hmm. It's not worth me breaking up with her. It's not that bad. Right? Okay. But am I feeling like I said? Am I feeling the type of way? Yeah. Like do I feel like I gotta like even the score 100%? Do I gotta go above and beyond? Yeah.
But it's not. You're not gonna break up with her. But I'm gonna cheat on her.
Yo, but if I saw it, like, imagine you go out right and you see your girl dancing with another man. Yo, that happened to me once.
Okay.
That happened to me once, yo. I was in my early 20s, maybe like 20. Just turned 20, right? Mm-hmm. Me and my girl at the time were out somewhere, and you know, when you're younger, you're just more cool with shit, right? Or you're just more tolerable. You're just kind of going with the flow.
Right.
Yo, I just remember some guy just like asked her to dance. She says yes.
In your face.
Like, in my face, like 5 feet from you, right? Mm-hmm. Dancing with this dude. And I remember like my friends were just looking at me like,
what are you gonna do, nigga?
Yeah. I just play it cool. And then after the club, I remember the dude kind of like goes back and tries to bag her. And she's
of course, because that's what happened.
Yo, so she like dubs it. She's like, nah, my man's here and all this other shit. But yo, it was one of those things where it didn't really hit me in the moment. But when I processed it, I felt like such a bitch.
Bitch ass nigga, yeah.
Yo, I feel like a bitch ass nigga, bro. Yeah. Like, yo, it haunts me to this. Yo, if I had a time machine, yo, I'd have like that's like there's a couple things.
I wish I had a time machine.
Yo, there's like a couple things, like a couple times like in history of my life that I want to go back and like rewrite and change. That's one of them. Like, yo, like I just need to pop up in that club.
Isn't it funny how that works? Like you'll get like bitched in one session at one point in time, and like that shit just runs with you for the rest of your life. Like it kind of haunts you, you know?
Yo, because it's even worse when you don't process the bitching in real time.
In real time, right?
Where it's just like it just hits you afterwards because it hits you much harder.
Right.
Yo, and I just remember like ever since then, like I was like, nah, never. Like if honestly, if I'm out with a girl and she dances with another dude in front of me, like I might break up with her.
See, but the thing is, I'm not blaming you for this. I'm blaming her. Shame on her for putting you in this position. Yeah, no, bro. Shame on her because she said yes without even having a fucking pep talk with you. Like, is this okay? Just walked off and said, I'm gonna go do this thing. And what if this nigga was a fucking weirdo and he kept pressing her after the club after he didn't get the hint after she said, I have a boyfriend. Now she's looking to you, the boyfriend, to say, aren't you gonna do something about this?
You know what's funny too? Yo, years later, I went to go see Travis Porter. Mm-hmm. Remember Travis Porter? Right?
Yeah.
Like, and they used to make music.
Yeah.
Throw cheeks back.
Right.
I remember I went out and I was catching something vicious.
Right.
Girl was throwing that shit in a circle.
Okay.
Like boom, like, yo, and that's like when I was really in shape. So I was like, I was catching that shit. I was catching that shit, but I was leaning, mm-hmm. Yo, because one thing I always pride myself in is like kind of like taking that lean back, but with no help, no assistance.
You're not falling.
I'm talking about free back, like silverback gorilla type
strong
shit,
back ass nigga.
Yo, and this bitch is like throwing at me, and I remember my girl just pop up, like taps me on the shoulder.
Same one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just look at her, and move on.
Dig that shit even more. Look at her eyes as she's doing this shit.
Yeah.
Well, did she have a conversation with you after?
I forgot. I just remember that one thing, like,
really?
like about that night. Like, yeah.
That's too funny. Like a nigga just looked her dead in the eyes and kept whining with another bitch.
Yeah. I think I remember, like, my mindset went back to the other night, that first time, like, where she did that shit to me, and like, I told you, you're just not gonna do that shit to me without like some type of repercussion.
See, but the thing for me, like, I'm torn with this, right? Because I will feel less disrespected if I'm there and we had a conversation first, right?
Yeah, if you grant her permission to do it,
right?
Because then it's like, it's up to you, and it's more respectful because she's asking you. But at the same time, it's like, yo, why are you asking me? Like, are you this thirsty to dance with the dude?
Yeah, do you not respect me enough to do this shit? Like, so that you want to go ahead and do this shit?
Yeah. If my girl asked me to dance with another guy, it's almost kind of disrespectful. It's like, because you want to.
Yeah, this is what you want to do. Like, you're looking for my approval.
See, I'm the type of person where I might, like, I play these, like, mind games. I'm gonna say yes to really see what you want to do, and then like
judge you accordingly. Judge you after.
All right.
Now, what about if it's a Caribbean party? Because what about in Caribbean culture? Because it is Caribbean culture to whine on each other. Does the same rule still qualify?
See, Caribbean people or Caribbean women, right? They try to fucking pull that nonsense card out where it's like, yo, this is just our culture. No, it's not. Yo, throwing your ass on different men is not culture. Like, you can be out there dancing by yourself. You can dress up, right? But you don't have to dance on men.
I'm going to disagree with you. It is part of the culture, bro. It is. Because even when I went to a Cape Verdean party last year or maybe the year before. And bro, people that are in relationships are just dancing with other people, like, obviously it's not like their dancing their dancing style is a little bit different, so they're not throwing it back on each other, but like, they are dancing with other people, whereas in America we would consider that being disrespectful, and also in the West Indies, like where my family's from, like, I've seen like girls in relationships go out with their nigga and like bounce on person to person,
same thing. Like in Brazil,
catch a wine with different people.
In Brazil, when they do the carnival thing, right? Like, all the women get dressed up half naked, they start dancing in the fuck streets, all that shit, right? Whatever, right? This is the shit they're trying to tell us is culture. Right. This ain't culture. Like, throwing ass on different men is culture. I think the culture is the dance. I think what happens in the dance gets kind of swooped in as being part of the culture. They just try to use that culture shit to like make you feel guilty for getting mad about it. It's like, no, this is what they've always done.
You're mad I'm throwing it back on another man? How dare you?
Insecure.
This is my heritage. Yeah. This is what my people stand for. For real. Like, I don't know. I think
this I don't need that. If that's culture, I don't need culture.
Right. You're not here for it.
That's why if dating a Caribbean woman means that I have to tolerate her dancing on other men because it's her culture, I don't need that shit, bro. Give me someone where culture is just sitting down.
Well, all right, so what if you date a girl off the boat from whatever island and she wants to go to Carnival?
What do you mean?
Like you're dating her.
Yeah.
You guys are in a relationship. She's off the boat from an island, like straight off the boat. Like it's traceable where she's from, right? And she wants to go to Carnival. Like, are you okay with that, or are you not okay with that?
Well, obviously I have to pretend to be fucking secure. and say okay and just pray she doesn't do it.
So no is the answer.
Yes, no, I don't want that. I don't want that shit.
Okay.
Bro, I don't think it's an unreasonable thing for a man to not want his woman to dance with other men. Like,
I don't think that's insecure?
I don't think that makes you an insecure man. I think that's pretty normal.
Why doesn't that make you insecure? Because a lot of times, right, the conversations are being had on the internet, and I know we're kind of like diverting a bit, but like the conversations I had on the internet where like a guy doesn't want his girl to dress a certain way, right? A guy doesn't want his girl to be around a bunch of niggas. A guy doesn't want his girl to party. A guy doesn't want his girl to go to these events. A guy doesn't want his girl half naked.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like it's not insecure to feel this way?
I feel like the primary perks of a relationship, right, is accessibility, right? If me and you are together, I get accessibility to certain parts of you that no one else does and no one else should, right? that means obviously sleeping with you, seeing certain parts of your bodies that no one else should be seeing, right? So when women, and this applies to men too, right? But I'm a man, so I'm gonna speak on the woman portion, right?
Right.
If my girl is dressed half naked, right? She's showing all this skin. She's not like, now it's just not my accessibility, right? Now everyone has that same accessibility as me.
There's
right?
nothing left for an imagination.
Yeah, so it's just like, you're not my girl anymore. You're everyone's girl, because obviously, like, the difference is I still get to touch it and most people don't, right? But like, seeing something that far along is almost just as good, right? So I don't think that makes me insecure. I think that's normal. I think that's normal behavior. But let them tell you that's insecure if you don't want your girl dressing half naked.
And to think there was a point in time where to show your ankles was considered like an indecency. Now they're fucking showing their whole pussy out. Like, bro, they fucking like suits be up their fucking vagina.
You see these girls, you see like the pictures on Twitter, right, or Instagram, where the girls are out and they have a t-shirt, but like when the flash goes on, like you can see
through it.
Thing,
it's
right?
like a sheer.
And they'll it's usually like some men in the comments saying like, yo, this is crazy. I never let my girl go out and some shit. And then the women are like, yo, you're just insecure. It's like, are y'all insane? Like, you're letting these men see your nipple, and you think the men are insecure because you're going out with your nipples out?
Bro,
like,
God forbid her nigga goes out with like some sheer gym shorts on. Yeah. God forbid, right? And his fucking dick is being shown out like as he's going to the gym. She's gonna be tight about the shit. She's gonna be upset about that. Like, exactly. They don't even want you wearing gray sweatpants, let alone like you wearing but it's okay for you to wear some shit that your whole titty is out. Like, that's fucking insane to me.
I mean, and this is why I always say, like, have these conversations before you really date someone seriously, and don't date women that are into this kind of shit, right? Like, if you meet a girl, right, and she's half naked, she's probably not gonna stop being half naked when you guys make it an official relationship, right? So you're just setting yourself up for fucking headaches and problems in a relationship later, because it's cool when you're like dating someone, right? Oh, like, this girl just as sexy as fuck, all this other shit. But when you start liking her and you actually lock that down or have a kid with her, you don't want her. You don't want her
doing that shit.
But to be fair to her, right? This is how you got her. This is what she's always done. So why is she gonna change up now?
Because she's with you. I hate that fucking notion right there, right? Because I love fucking other bitches, and I was doing that before, like while we were in our talking stages. But because I'm with you, I'm expected not to do that shit no more. Like, it's like,
that's like, yo, you make a good point.
It's like there's certain things you have to stop doing when you're in a relationship. Yeah, like, it's like
100%.
It's like the notion that like, okay, you met me doing this, so I should be able to continue this bad behavior throughout our relationship. You met me doing a lot of shit, right? I was probably a fucking dickhead in the beginning of the relationship, but you expect me to stop that shit for you, right? Yeah. Like, it's like, come on, let's be real here. Like, I feel like that's just a cop out. Like, also when people say, well, I'm single until we're married.
No,
like,
I think that's the wildest shit to me.
Come on,
because that only women say that.
Right.
Only women say they're single till they're married. And then they say, well, once I'm married, I'm gonna
I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna stop all this shit and start acting like and behaving like a wife. That's fucking bullshit. You can't turn on a switch and start acting like a wife, right? Because what I hate about that is when you're together, right? When you're initially together, just boyfriend and girlfriend, which I guess by law is you're still single until you're officially married, right?
Right.
Women still have expectations of you, right? As a man, as like a provider, essentially a husband. You can't tell a woman like, yeah, I'd open the door for you, I'd pay more of the bills, or I'd protect you once we're married.
Once we're married.
Yeah. Like, until then, I don't give a fuck.
And here it is, ladies. Like, I don't understand. I feel like I have to break it down for you, right? The things you do when you're talking is what qualifies you to become the girlfriend. And the things you do when you're the girlfriend is what qualifies you to become the wife.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, you're gonna dangle this one thing that I want in front of my face in order for me to get until I make you whatever title that it is that you feel like you need. You have to show that beforehand in order to get the title. It's like, for you to say, okay, well, make me your girlfriend, or well, make me your wife. It's like, that's counterproductive, because it's like, there's no guarantee. Like, it's either in you or it's not. Well, I'll be more submissive when I'm the wife. It's like,
no, you're not.
You're not gonna.
Yo, because people fail to realize, it's all about practice, right? You can only get good at things by practicing it, right? If you're not submissive or you're not manly or masculine now, you're not gonna suddenly become all these things once you make it official.
Exactly.
Married, right? You have to practice up to that. So you have to act like a wife until you are a wife. You have to act like a husband until you're a husband.
Right.
Because you're not gonna just turn the switch on the day you become a husband and wife. I'm like, well, now I'm not. I'm a husband. I can do all these manly things.
Right. I'm expected to do it, so now I'm gonna do it because it's not in you. It's like I have to show you husband qualities for you to decide that it's okay for you to marry me, and it's vice versa. You have to show me wife qualities for me to decide that I'm gonna marry you.
Right? If the dude you're with right now, right, acts like a bitch all the time, he's not gonna stop being a bitch once you get married to him and turn into a husband. Like it doesn't work like that. You have to work him up now, or he has to work himself up now to be the man that he wants to be, and that's hopefully who you want him to be.
Absolutely.
Up until you get there, and then once you get married, I mean, you probably elevate yourself even more, but you have to work yourself up to that. You're not gonna just change overnight.
Absolutely. Now, what about last question before we segue. What about those that say that this is one of the issues that you have to deal with when dating a baddie? What? This is what comes when dating a baddie. Her dressing half naked, her having got male attention.
That's dumb as fuck. Just because you're a certain level of attractiveness, it means you have to dress a certain way. That makes no sense, right? Just because you're an attractive woman doesn't mean you have to dress like a fucking hoe. Like that doesn't make sense, right? I get if dressing like that makes you feel good, by all means, keep dressing like that, right? But you have to understand, once you're in a relationship, right, you gotta change yourself to what the man you're with likes. Yeah. And if you're not willing to change, then you probably shouldn't get in a relationship until you're ready to change. Because that's the thing. Getting in a relationship is all about changing and try to make it kind of like a compromising like for the other person. Right. Obviously, you can't change 100% about you. Absolutely. Right? That doesn't make sense. Like that wouldn't be fun for you, right? But you have to change certain habits. Yeah. I don't think it's unreasonable. It's like one thing I used to fucking do, right? It's like it was like out of habit, right? Like I like a lot of pictures, like a lot of girls' pictures on Instagrams, or I draw comments and like that. Right. And I got into a relationship, I kept doing it. Yeah. And I remember the girl I was with was fucking upset. She'd get upset, like,
rightfully so.
Why are you getting these bitches comments all this shit? And I didn't see her point of view because it's like, I was doing this shit before we were in a relationship. Like, why the fuck am I changing now? And I don't. But eventually, I understood. It's like, this is disrespect with her. Absolutely. And I got to stop it because it's making her unhappy. Yeah. Right? I mean, it's like, do I got to let these bad bitches know that they're bad?
Right.
I had to.
I think there's like thousands of other niggas that's already doing it, Like, you have to let them know. Like, they have to hear it from you. But
the girl that I chose to be my girlfriend was having an issue with it, so I needed to stop it.
Absolutely.
So it's just, it works the same way, right? If you dress a certain way when you're single, but then you're in a relationship and the guy that you're with is like, I don't want you dressing like that anymore. It makes you feel good, right? I guess because then you're dressing because you get the attention, you get the likes, all this shit, right? That makes you feel good. I understand that shit, right? But if it's making the person you're with feel bad, you have to stop it.
So you rather satisfy people outside of the relationship than satisfy the person that you're in a relationship with. Make it make sense.
But I didn't ask you, so what would you do if your girl was dancing?
Like I told you, I'm not too sure. Like I feel like part of me, if I was there, I would be like, all right, whatever, and then. But then you're literally just sitting there watching it and like a cornball, like you feel me?
Hands in your pockets,
just like trying not to look too much.
Then you just got like a fake smile,
right? Like just trying not to pay too much attention.
If one of your friends is there with you, that nigga's just looking at your face like, right? You gotta be me.
You gotta go on your phone and act like you're texting or scrolling or some shit. Like, I mean. Honestly, rightfully so. I mean, I don't like it. Like I there's no way of even sugarcoating it. Like I want to be more accepting and like I said, in the scenario of like a Caribbean, me being like having a Caribbean background, like I want to be more accepting of it, but I just can't. To be honest,
bro,
I'm too insecure for it.
I come from the country where they literally throw the biggest carnival in the world. Okay, like, this is like the fucking country stops
right.
To do this party every year. Like it's a yearly like huge party like every city. And so I come from that culture, but to be honest with you, like that's just not something I would want my girl doing. Right. Like we could spectate together. Yeah. On the sideline. Yeah. Like we could just watch these other girls
do it. Or guess what another option is? You could dance on me.
Yo, I feel like people forget that option. No.
Hold on.
You're a man. You're a man.
Whoa, hold on. Newsflash here, like that may be an option that you have,
You're
like
bugging.
you may just, if you want to dance, I am your man.
Yeah.
Let's figure something out here.
I'll say this, right? If you got a girl that likes to dance, right, and she's trying to go out with you, but you're not a dancer, you do have to learn. You have to match your energy, right? Because you don't want to ever put your girl in a situation where she's trying to do things with you and you're being the problem. So now she's looking for outside, attention or she's trying to fulfill that somewhere else. Because that I've seen. There's men out there that don't like to go out, don't like to party. And I understand that, right? But if you're with the girl that does like to do these things on occasion, obviously it's a compromise. Like you guys can't go out every fucking week or shit, right? But if your girl likes to go out and party and dance, you gotta go out and do it with her, man. Right. Because she's only gonna take a no from her man so many times before she's like, all right, bet. Like I'm gonna go out and dance. Like I like doing it.
See, I want to agree with you, and then I don't want to agree because I feel like
but
partially. Okay, hear me out, right? That's a logical thing to do, right? Yeah. Logically, it's like okay, like I have to learn, but why do I have to do something that I'm uncomfortable with because the other person is doing? I feel like in this instance, I don't want you doing this thing, so then don't do it. And in the next instance, you don't want me doing a thing, so then I'm not gonna do it. I feel like it's like, okay, because I don't like you doing this thing, I have to now tone it down to where I have to do it because you want to do it to just appease to you. I feel like it's kind of like, imagine like your girlfriend gets mad at you, right? And she wants you to bring her flowers or some shit like that, right? I feel like now every time she gets upset, she's gonna expect something at the end. So it's like, I feel like in turn now, every time I tell her I don't want to go out, she's gonna expect that I want her to go. She's gonna expect me to take her out, and I just don't want to go out. Like,
but this is what I said. It's compromise, right? It can't be every Friday night. It's almost like, bro, your girl may not want to give you head all the time, right? But she's gonna do it for you. It's the same thing, right? Like,
my point exactly.
But that's a part of a relationship. Like sometimes you got to do things for your partner that you don't necessarily like, but it makes them happy.
And my point exactly.
But it's vice versa. Though.
But I'm not doing it with the anticipation that you're gonna do something for me. Like it's almost like because you're not going out means that I now have to go out with you. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna do this thing because you don't want me to do it. So now don't do this thing because I don't want you to do it.
But you also gotta compromise to the things they like, just not the things that they don't like. It's like if you like bowling or some shit, right? And you like you wanna have your girl do it with you. She may not like bowling, but it's like, can you come bowl with me once a month?
But there's a far difference between there's a far difference between not liking something and not wanting your girl to do something. Okay, not liking bowling, okay, I'll go bowl, right? But then not wanting my girl to party, that's two different things.
But if she likes to party with you, right? Like she's saying, like, I want to party with you. I want to dance with you. Because you brought it up, right? It's like, there's always, like, if your girl likes dancing, like, there's always the option of, hey, dancing with me.
Right.
And if you have a girl that's like that, like, hey, I want to dance, but I want to dance with you. You can't be a fucking, stick in the mud or something like that every single time. Like, sometimes you have to compromise with her. Like, you have to give her what she likes. I think it's a give and change. Like, it's a give and take.
So you want me to go and be miserable?
It's not miserable. I mean, just have fun. Like, just try. It's like, have you ever invited your girl to do something that she doesn't really like, but she's doing it just for you? Like, you want her to try to enjoy it the most she can.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing.
Possibly. Look, like I said, I want to agree with you.
I'm a hiker. Right? Like, my girl doesn't like hiking, right? But she comes on hikes with me sometimes because, like, I like to do it as a family thing, right? And she does it for me. She likes, to fucking go to restaurants or something, just try new shit. Sometimes, like, I don't want to fucking eat that shit, right? It's like, but you know what? Like, hey, you want on that hike with me?
But there's a difference between, like, not wanting to do something.
I don't want to do it.
You don't want your girl. That's like your girl telling you, like, hey, I want to go to, like, this meal review, right? And you don't want your girl to do that, but she's like, okay, well, if you don't want me to go by myself, come with me. Why the fuck would I want to go to that shit?
You just like went to like the extreme max of this.
I mean, but it's like, I have to do extremes for you to grasp the concept of what I'm trying to say.
I grasp the concept, right? But like I said, relationships are about give and take.
Okay.
You know what? I don't want to throw this out there, but maybe we should listen to the guy in a relationship.
Whatever. We'll leave that. We'll right there.
I'm just saying. All right. You want to move on?
So what's new in what's new in pop culture these days?
All right. He wasn't a fan of that one, so we'll move on. I got it. That's your third tick. I got it. One of my high school crushes was trending this week, not for the best reasons.
Right.
So Vivica Fox, who's about to turn 60, did a recent interview where the interview asked her, like, hey, because she's single. She's like, are you interested in, like, dating or finding a partner or something like that? And Vivica Fox, at the age of 60 or almost 60, said, yeah, she's interested. She said she's not going to join any dating apps. She's open to all cultures. And, which is, it was kind of funny. This is kind of funny.
It's an interesting place to be.
Yeah, to be 60 and finally ready to settle down is kind of, it's amusing.
It's a great thought.
It's a great thought.
Mm.
But, yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? I'm asking you first this time, buddy.
Man, I think, to try to settle down when you're kind of washed is kind of crazy.
Okay.
Like, she looks good for her age, but I'm saying she's not the Vivica J. Fox that, like,
yeah, she was.
I mean, like, she was.
She's not the Vivica J. Fox, but her name is Vivica J. Fox.
Yeah, but, like, she was.
Yeah.
It was her, Stacey Dash,
Lauren London.
Who else? I think that might have been like, Megan Good.
Megan Good.
Those are like.
I almost said Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Not her.
Megan Good.
Right.
Megan Good still got it though.
She still
Megan
got
Good
it.
still got it.
She still got it.
But to wait till now to settle down it's kind of like it's crazy because it's like, why didn't you just settle down when you were in your prime? Because now it's like, you're done. You're done for. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. Put a fork in it.
You're right.
I mean, obviously, she'll probably still find a man if she really wants to, because there's some.
Don't say it.
What?
Don't say that.
What am I gonna say?
You want to use some degrading term to describe the man that would date Vivica J. Fox.
I was.
So
it's funny too, I didn't know she was married before.
Okay.
So she was married like in 2004 to some like R&B singer, and she broke up with him because she was the breadwinner, and she said she got sick of paying the bills.
This surprises you?
It's kind of funny. Like, now look at you, like, 20 years later, single and looking, when you probably had, the guy of your dreams, and it probably would have worked out 20 years ago, but you got sick of paying the bills.
That's too logical, bro. Like, that makes too much sense. Like, I was funny enough, we were having this conversation, right? Because I was doing Uber yesterday, and I picked up this guy, right? That I started off the conversation with he was excited because he just got his license, right?
Okay.
So he's an immigrant. He's just been here for 4 weeks actually, and already he's gotten his license.
He speak English?
Yeah, he speaks English. Yeah.
He cool.
So I was telling him that, like, that's a big step for where you're at, and we just kind of like led the conversation somehow into like relationships, and he was telling me how at one point in time he was in a relationship with this girl, and they were doing really good for their age. They were really young, but they had good money. They were living in like a really nice apartment. Like, most people coming from the country where they were from were in the part of the country where they were from weren't doing that good. Like, they were just like, it's a third world country, so most people are struggling, but they were doing really good for themselves. So he said, one day after 4 years, the girl comes up to him and says, the lifestyle that you're living just isn't enough for me, and I want more, and broke up with him, right?
Okay.
So broke up with him to go off, and I don't know, maybe it was Instagram that caught her attention. Maybe it was like another guy that had more money that caught her attention, but he said he was devastated. He said so many times he thought about driving his car into the ocean because like how hurt he was. He said it took him
broke his heart.
Yeah, he said it took him like 4 years to like get to a place where he could get past that because he was like completely blindsided by it. He said, yeah, like, like, I love this girl, and I was thinking about like starting a family with her and like marrying her and all of this stuff, right? So then he says, like, so I was like, damn, bro, it's crazy how like, women will typically give up something stable for the possibility of it being better eventually, right? And he was like, yeah, it's just sad. So then I begged the question, right? Where is she at today? Like, what is she doing today? He was like, oh yeah, she's a single mom with 2 kids. And she's begging me, and now that I'm in America, she's asking me to send money to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, this is bringing out the incel. What a happy.
Bro, when I said that, when he said that, I was like you can't.
I hate how happy I am about it.
You can't make this shit up. Like, bro, and I'm trying my hardest, right? We get flagged as being misogynists, right? We get flagged as being women haters and, you know, just
More you
talking
than me,
about,
but
yeah, right. I get flagged as being a misogynist and a woman hater, right? And I've been trying to do better, right? I've been trying to I don't even like entertaining the conversation, but when Vivica Fox does shit like this, like, do you expect me to just turn a blind eye to it? Like, am I supposed to just not say anything about this?
Yeah, with your old ass.
It's
looking for love
complete
now.
insanity, bro. Like, it is insane that bro, it makes no sense to me, the thought process that women have when it comes to relationship dynamics. You know, they think okay, I'm gonna be the biggest slut when I'm young.
Yeah.
And some man is going to want me when I'm 30 years old, after taking as many dicks as I did. I'm not going to take this man serious. I'm going to leave all the good guys alone when I'm young, right? But some man is going to want me when I'm 38 with 3 fucking kids. I'm going to leave my stable relationship and my happy marriage because I'm making more than this man. And at my big age of 60, whatever the fuck Vivica Fox is,
now you're ready to settle
another
down.
man is gonna want me and take me serious.
Yo, because the man that you're probably gonna get is he's probably just gonna be a fucking loser.
Let's,
bro. Who the fuck wants to wife up a 60-year-old woman?
And I'm holding myself back, right?
I could tell. Me too.
I'm holding myself back. But does this make fucking sense to me? Does this make fucking sense to you? It doesn't make sense.
I hate to say this is a happy ending because you do sound misogynistic or incelish as fuck, right? But I hope this is a lesson learned for all the women in their 20s.
No, they don't.
In their 20s right now, right?
Okay.
That's maybe feeling the same way where maybe they're financially above the man they're dating and they're thinking about leaving them because they can upgrade to another man. I want you to use Vivica J. Fox as a fucking example of what's most likely going to be your reality when you just focus on that aspect of relationship, right? Because, if everything else is fine, but the money's your biggest problem, just consider this if you're thinking about leaving the dude, because this can be a reality, and it's most likely going to be the reality of a lot of, these alpha type females.
Bro, I'm telling you, the fact that the thing that sucks, right, is that a lot of women think that, okay, I can be abrasive when I'm young. I can be disrespectful to men when I'm young. I can do all of these things that are not conducive to being a healthy partner. And I'm just going to get it figured out later on. You're not going to. There's not going to be one of the posts that fucking pissed me off so much, bro, is whatever he won't do, another man will. No, the fuck they will not. Very rarely would you ever find somebody that is willing to pick up the shit or the slack from another nigga. And guess what's going to happen when you do? He's going to have his own set of issues that he's going to come with. There's not going to be nobody that fits into this box and has this laundry list of qualities that you expect. It's just impossible. You have to find a person that is worth the time and investment, and you both have to make changes to the relationship.
And build together.
It's just inevitable. You're going to have to put up with something. Something is going to have to give, whether it be the person has kids, whether it be the person likes to cheat every now and then. Yeah. Whether it be the person that's not emotional, or whether the person has financial issues. Something is going to have to give.
Nobody's perfect, man. Nobody's perfect.
And for you to think that, you'll find this Mr. Right, you know what you're going to do? You're going to date. You're going to fuck this guy. You're going to find out you don't like him. Then you're going to date another one. And you're going to fuck him. And you're going to find out you don't like him. Then you're going to date another one. You're going to fuck him. And you're going to find out you don't like him. And yes, ladies, there may be guys in between that you date that you may not fuck. But you're going to fuck somebody. That's kind of rare. You're going to find somebody along the way. Yeah. There's going to be niggas that you're fucking along the way. So the nigga that you gave up your relationship for when you were younger because
he wasn't financially
he didn't
ready.
fit the mold that you expected. You're gonna create so much baggage along the way to find Mr.
Yo,
Right
to
that
be
it's just not gonna happen.
To be fucking 60 and to be 60 and trying to be single and trying to mingle is so fucking. It's hilarious to me.
Bro, it's so sad. It's not so hilarious. It's sad.
No,
bro.
it's funny.
It's
funny
sad,
because just stop. Be honest. Just call it quits. Call it quits. Yo, if you're 60 and single, call it quits, man. Fuck it. Just give up. Just give up.
You know how many older women I've personally spoken to that still thinks that they're gonna find love? You know how many older women that thinks that there's gonna be some guy that's gonna come and rescue them? That they want to marry a rich white man.
I think what the kids call it nowadays is the Lulu.
The Lulu. Like, they're gonna marry a rich white man that's gonna take care of them and sweep them off their feet. There's girls also that I know that left a guy that was really good because of an argument and start stacking bodies after and have kids after. It just don't make sense to me. Like, I literally cannot wrap my mind around it. Like, I made some dumbass decisions when I was younger, bro. Like, there's girls that I should have taken serious that I did not take serious, right? But golly, like, to do this shit and to not look back at your life and realize where you went wrong is fucking insane to me, bro. Insane.
I mean, I think most people in their 60s I was thinking would agree with you, but no, they don't. Yo, it's funny. I think a lot of these like older people or older women trying to still date at like their big age, I think they're still very optimistic about it. Which is funny. That's the funny part.
Bro, they look at it and be like, damn, like, I still have a chance. You don't.
Yeah, retire.
You don't.
Retire.
Like, you don't have a chance. Like,
the game's over.
Is you hear these stories about these one-off situations where somebody met somebody in their older age and they fell in love and there was a person that they spent the rest of their life with forever. Not to say that it's impossible, because it is possible.
No, the chances the
likelihood of it happening.
10%.
Bro, I'm 31 years old right now with no fucking kids and no girlfriend, like you had to point out earlier. Yeah. And
I know it hurt.
Nah, it didn't hurt as much as you think. No. But
okay.
I'm 31 right now, right? Single with no kids, right? And it's like, obviously they say, like, there's speculation, or people think that, like, there's a theory that the older a man gets, the more valuable he becomes, whereas in the verse, the older the woman gets, the more invaluable she becomes.
You don't agree with that?
Yes and no, right? I just think, like, my gripe is
my value has dramatically increased from like 20 to now.
Right. Absolutely. But I think along the way, things tend to happen, like, things tend to happen. And also outside of that, the dating pool gets slimmer and slimmer, like the viable candidates that you're.
This might be very arrogant of me.
Okay.
I feel like if I was like single next week, I could find another one so easily.
That's not that wild.
Not that wild?
That's not that crazy. Oh.
I think very highly of myself. Like, I mean, call it what it is.
Yeah.
But I really feel like, it'd be so easy for me to find. Like,
I'm telling you, bro, don't even get that thought out of there, because they filter themselves out. Like, it's not even like you not finding another person attractive or another person not finding you attractive. It's just what is available.
The quality.
It's just not there, bro.
Okay.
It's just not there.
The looks are there, but the actual personality.
The personality is not there, or they come with a bunch of other
thank
shit.
You, man. Thank you.
Just stay where
I'm bugging. I was bugging. I'm sorry.
Which brings me back to my point. Like, me being like 31, right? It's like, yeah, their value increases as time goes by, but it's like the options that are available to you are just getting worse and worse. And it's like, not even if you take, like, let's just say no kids, right? Let's just say they're younger. It's the social media brainwashing that is happening. It's like, it's becoming more rooted as time goes by.
Okay.
So I just think that, like, is the part that's scaring me the most.
I see that in everybody, not even just dating wise. I feel like that's fucking everybody's minds up. Men, women, kids, like everybody.
Absolutely.
These false lifestyles is just like slowly rotting everybody's brain and just like setting like the most unrealistic expectations.
What's crazy?
And it's like I think it's a source of like why so many people are fucking depressed.
Which is why, like, I had the thought the other day. I actually thought about you the other day. Like, I was thinking about you and
Oh, did he?
No, all the way did he?
Okay.
Nah, I had a thought the other day.
Stood on it.
I had a thought the other day, right? And I was just thinking about guys that have had like have found a partner very early on, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, you know, blessed are those that have, because it's like people that caught their partner like prior to like a certain year. It's like I feel like you locked in like the last good batch of like people, right? You locked it in before like the brainwashing started happening, like before like the water started to get tainted.
That's an interesting point, because social media, the influence of social media wasn't that heavy yet.
No, people still had a mind of their own.
Yeah, when we met.
And realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a good point.
So like in comparison, the 22-year-olds of then to the 22-year-olds of now, it's just two completely different set of 22-year-olds, you know?
I mean, bro, like I see it like when these prom pictures pop up nowadays, like they're
Rolls Royces to the
they're
fucking
wearing designer shit.
Right.
Like I brought I rented a tux for $80, and I think I bought a pair of shoes from like Burlington Coat Factory.
And that probably crippled you. Like that probably was
and I drove my 1998 Chevy Cavalier to the prom, you know? Like
I put exactly.
I thought we're doing pretty big.
You know, pretty good, you know? Like back then, like if you had a car, you were lit. No matter, bro, the car could be like on its last leg, but you had a car, you were lit. Now, like if you're not pulling up in a fucking Aston Martin, like who the fuck are you? You need a Hellcat in high school, like.
Bro, I just wonder, like, what are these kids' parents doing?
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like kids are going to school now.
I feel bad for my son, bro. Like you're not gonna get this shit,
bro. Kids are going to school now in fucking designer sneakers and designer clothes and shit, like to regular school now, not even like a special event. And it's like I'm telling you, the mindset is definitely shifting to. And I feel like if you had locked in somebody of old, you're golden, bro. Like I envy those that have found the last, that have gotten theirs prior.
That one nut changed my life.
And now here you are, right?
All right, so we'll leave it off. We'll leave it off with that one as far as Vivica Fox, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next on the thing?
Let's do. Have you saw that Fat Joe?
Oh yeah. So I forgot. Some college gave Fat Joe an honorary doctorate or PhD, which I found hilarious.
It's also a slap in the face to like those that have worked so.
No,
hard.
that's the hilarious part, where like these colleges charge these students that are really going for these degrees thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're in like hundreds of thousands of dollars of student debt. Here comes Fat Joe, who literally
been
sold
a menace
crack
to the society.
Yeah, who just sold crack. Now he's getting a free PhD. Because I gotta call him Dr. Fat Joe.
Like, is this like a legitimate PhD? Is it like, can he actually use this PhD, or is it just like kind of like the key to the city where it has no actual value?
I doubt it actually has any like real value, but I think it's just still disrespectful to the students that work hard for it, because I think he probably can apply the degree, but I think he still has the actual credentials in a sense where he can call himself, I guess, Dr. Fat Joe.
It's fucking crazy.
Dr. Crack.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't look at the post in depth when I saw it, but I was like, damn, Fat Joe went back to school. Kudos to him.
Nah, he ain't go back.
No, this motherfucker got a fucking get out of jail free card for this shit. Like,
actually, he was just in prison like a year or two ago. I mean, kudos to him, but I just don't understand what these colleges are expecting when they do this. Like, do you think you're gonna get higher submission rates for your college? Like, is it just like to be cool, to go viral? You know, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what their end goal is by giving these rappers or artists these fake, degrees. Because like I said, I get having them go to the college and like say a speech or some shit like that, but like to give somebody an honorary degree is it's
to be honest with you, you make a valid point, because I don't know what the fuck that does for you. You know, like what does it exactly do?
Like what's the college gain out of it?
I don't know. More eyes on the school, maybe. I don't know.
Yo, speaking of college stuff, did you see that high school girl that was graduating and her father
comes and rushes the black guy out the way? Yeah, I saw that. You know what's crazy? As I once again, amongst the misogyny, right? I also feel as though an inner complaint that I have within myself. I don't side with black people enough, right?
Okay, you don't side with black people.
I don't side with black people enough, right? So I always try to be like,
are you a coon too?
Well, what did this guy do, right? It's the inner Uncle Ruckus to me that be like, well, what did this hoodlum do that caused this misbehavior, right?
No way this precious white man would do this without a reason.
The devil. The black devil.
This is wild. this precious angel of a white man. They don't normally behave in such a manner. It must be provoked.
White is right, man. You know. But
I do know the superintendent has a restraining order against the dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Where would they ever run into each other again?
I don't know. I guess they had some prior issues, or like the dad just didn't like the superintendent. He said he's like you're doing more worse for the school. And then the superintendent actually got a restraint.
Now, is it, once again, me not supporting black people, right? Is it just because, like, he's black? Like, is the father's rage solely because the guy's black? Or is it actions that are happening because...
So this is one of those things, right? If you just look at it at face value, it seems very racially charged, right? But what's really their personal relationship like? Either way, whatever the situation is between the dad and the superintendent, I think it's just in poor taste of the dad to ruin your daughter's
graduation.
Moment,
yeah,
which she's only gonna get a couple of those in life. You know what I mean? I think that was her high school one. You just to ruin your daughter's high school graduation off essentially just pride,
right?
Or like you're just prideful.
Whatever the reason is, yeah.
Is like, she'll never forgive him for that. I mean, you
could see the face.
Her face was like.
Like,
is
no
this
way.
happening?
Like,
this guy is like, where the fuck's Kyson at here? Is this a prank?
She even thought to like walk over and shake the other person's hand, and she was like, "Yeah, no, this isn't the right timing for this." Like, it's like you just literally stole the daughter's show, right? Ruined everyone else's graduation as well.
It's just, I mean, the dad could have a good reason for being angry at that dude.
Right.
I don't doubt that, right? There might potentially be a reason for him having some type of animosity towards the superintendent.
But there's a time and a place for everything.
There's a time and place.
Right.
And first of all, and you're white. You know better. You know better.
Nah, he shouldn't allow that scum to touch his daughter's hand.
Nah, I don't know. Bro, I don't think there's a situation where I would do that to any of my sons.
Nah, absolutely not. Honestly, all jokes aside, I think that's in poor taste, honestly. You know, like that's something that you shouldn't have done. Like I said, even if you and the superintendent do have gripes that aren't racially driven, like it's like for you to do that to your daughter in front of a crowd, unbeknownst now in front of the world, like that's not a good
this
look,
is the shit that parents do and then wonder why their kids don't talk to them when
Right,
they're
right.
in their 30s. Like, I don't know, my daughter hasn't called me in 10 years. I don't know.
I was defending her.
She's still mad about that shit.
Right.
Like, get over it.
It's crazy because what if he was defending his daughter? You know, like what if what if they were like there was issues between the daughter and the superintendent outside of race? You know, like
I don't know.
I just don't think that was the
there's
place
just no way to justify that. Like no matter what, like it'd have to be something so horrendous. Like it had to be a Diddy like level type shit, right? Where it's like if this comes out, like okay, like
which also reminds me, right? Now we're getting into now you just reminded me of a video I saw about a guy was receiving an award, right? And or giving a speech, and the husband comes up and says, "This man has essayed my wife like 7 years ago, and you guys are letting him speak at this function." Completely disrupts the entire thing, right? Do you think that a situation like that would be justified?
Oh, I don't know, man, because now you're outing your wife like that. This may have not been public information. It's been stuff that she didn't really want to out there.
But from the sounds of it, it sounds like she tried to prosecute, but no one believed her, kind of thing. Yeah, it sounds like she tried to like move forward and no one.
And at the same time, it may not be true. Right. If the court system didn't agree with it, which I mean, I get it, the court system doesn't always get it right, but they may not be true. Sometimes women do lie about the situations, not often, but it does happen. So you're making it's not a good. It's like like I said, time and place. Like there's just you want to punch the guy when he's on his own or something like that. Then do that, but don't ruin. Because then you're ruining someone else's moment too.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right. Kind of personal question.
All right.
So what would you do in that situation? Let's just say you were dating a girl that was essayed at some point, and you and the guy cross paths. Like, what would your honest, I guess, feelings toward the situation would be? Like, she points it out directly and says that was him. Let's first, all right, so 2 points. Convicted, not convicted.
What do you mean?
Like, it was proven and something that's unproven.
This is tough, man. This is a really tough question. Obviously, like the macho man, alpha man, like your answer is always like, oh, I'm going to go over there and punch the guy and do all that shit. It really depends, I guess, on how she's feeling about it, what she kind of wants me to do. Like, if she points it out and like, is breaking down in tears or some shit like that, it's like, I think you're going to be almost obligated to like, yo, I got to go fucking handle this.
You got to
shit.
Will Smith her.
Yeah, you got to Will Smith the guy.
All right.
I don't know. That's such a crazy hypothetical situation that I can't even really give you an honest answer because I don't know. But it could also be one of the things where like you just act out of impulse where you're just like, yo, like, oh, this is the one that hurt, like the person I love.
Yeah.
You might just go do like the craziest shit ever.
Right.
What would you do?
Knowing me, probably leave the area, whatever it was. Like just trying to get her away from it as soon as possible. Because like, I feel like regardless, I could punch this guy in the face. That doesn't take away what he's done. Yeah. Like I can stand up for her. Like obviously, like if he's disrespecting her, then that's a whole nother story, right? Like actively disrespecting her, that's a whole nother story. But to just jump up and do something because of that, I think it's probably just best that we leave the area. I mean, at the end of the day, one, I wasn't there, right? So I don't know what the full situation is. Like I only know her side of it, and I think, me being kind of like a third party to the situation and me caring about her the way that I do, I think it's just best for her, if this is a person that is triggering for her, to just remove her from the environment.
That's a good thing. Make her feel safe, get her out the situation, and just try to, comfort her.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably where the path that I would head to. Yeah. I mean, aside of that, on a lighter note, Pepsi lost its place in line.
Yeah, that was random, man. So I guess the top 3 sodas in America right now is Coca-Cola, which is like, that's. I don't think anybody's arguing that. Like, and I think they're winning by a long shot.
Right.
It used to be Pepsi, then Dr. Pepper. Somehow Dr. Pepper just beat out Pepsi as like the most sold soda brand in America. And I'm it's perplexing.
It's perplexing?
Perplexing, yeah.
Okay. Which honestly, you would think.
Have you ever drank a Dr. Pepper?
I have drank Dr. Pepper.
Really? I can't think of I can't think of a time where I drank a Dr. Pepper.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it is really good.
Really?
It is.
What's
really
it taste
good.
like? Like you probably can't describe it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like it has its own flavor. Like it's like, like
does
how,
it taste like Coke?
No, it's like, I would say it's more closer comparable to like a root beer, but just more like, imagine a candied root beer cinnamony flavor. Like it's so like it's just a different flavor. Like it doesn't want to be a Coke. Like it's not Pepsi and Coke where it's like a comparison of the two, right? And it's not a root beer, so by no means am I saying it's root beer, but I would say I would classify it more as like a root beer competitor than a.
Yeah, I've never been out and I've heard someone, hey, can I get a cup of that Dr. Pepper over there?
You know what it tastes like?
What?
You know what it tastes like?
No, I don't.
Birch beer. Have you ever had birch beer?
That shit is either.
Wow, this guy. Okay.
Like drinking these mystery sodas.
It's
not like poor people sodas.
Nah, there's a root beer and birch beer. Those are like amazing, bro.
Really?
Yeah. You ever had root beer?
I don't think so, man.
What the fuck is
like
going
a root beer
on?
float?
I know you're not from here, but like, I need you to get it together, bro. Like, these are like staples of like American culture. Like, they should not be asking you. Nobody gives a fuck about who the 12th president of America was. Like, they need to make sure that you're engulfed into like American culture.
I just realized about myself, I don't like darker sodas.
Is it because it's dark? Or are you trying to?
I'm lying. I love grape. Grape's one of my top. So other than grape, I don't like Coke. I don't like Pepsi. Dr. Pepper has never been appealing to me. A root beer or whatever the fuck you're talking about. Never even thought to try it. Like
we have to have you try.
Yo, I like grape soda, orange soda, Sprite.
All right, guys. This man will be trying a Dr. Pepper, a Birch Beer, and a Root Beer at some point.
I'm down for it. What's your favorite soda?
Birch Beer, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
This mystery ass shit. This is what you drink.
If I had to go old school,
I've never seen you drink. This is you just blind.
You know
for
what's
the
crazy
camera.
though? I was gonna say that next though. That, contrary to the way I might look, I don't drink soda.
Well, I don't. I used to be a big soda drinker. I
Right.
haven't really drank soda in years. Like I just kind of cut it out.
I think it's one of those things that you just kind of like age out of.
Yeah,
like,
it's
like candy.
It's
like
just it's just too sweet. Soda's just too. I'm not. Every now and then a grape soda man just really does it.
Calls you.
Yeah, just like
I know you'd be so upset too. You always ask them if they got a grape Fanta and they never have it.
Grape Fanta.
Yeah. you'd be so upset too when they don't have it.
Yeah, I don't understand why most places don't have grape Fantas. Like the best Fanta.
That's not common, bro. It's not common.
You don't think a grape Fanta is common?
It's not common on a fountain drink. They would have orange Fanta, but not grape Fanta.
I mean, orange Fanta is a nice runner up for me. I accept that, no issues.
No, I mean honestly, I would say my favorite is Birch. Birch. If I had to choose a soda.
I don't know why, but I'd feel like you like Mountain Dew.
I used to, but I'm not a caffeine person. I can't do caffeine. But you know what is a OG soda that I loved?
What?
Champagne cola. Now, this is going back to the ages where you were like, off like raising cows and shit.
Okay.
Like this is like back when you could like go into the corner store and like get one of those I think it's called Top Pop from the corner store.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, they have the flavor ones. I used to get those. You talking about like the tinfoil thing? Like the barrel thing?
Just stop. So Top Pop, right? You can get us Top Pop from the corner store, right? And it has like, they used to have like different flavors too. They used to have like blue raspberry, they had grape, they had cola, they had lemon lime,
Okay.
and they had champagne cola, right? Now champagne cola was probably like the hue.
Are you saying champion or champagne?
Champagne.
Okay.
Champagne cola. So probably it's like the hue of like this lady's face right here.
Okay.
Right? And it's like golden, but it tasted so fucking good, bro. You
Really?
could probably get it for like, I want to say like 25 cents back then. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's back in the
day. Like you could get it for like 25
Well,
cents.
actually, one of my favorite soda is,
Mhm.
and no one outside of like maybe Brazil, like it's a Brazilian soda.
Okay.
It's called Guaraná.
Okay.
It's like it's not even a fruit that's like found here. It's like made like they have a fruit. It's like a little. It almost looks like a cherry.
Okay.
So good. I'm gonna get you that. You tell me. You give me a root beer. I'm gonna get you a Guaraná. I think we'll shoot.
This sounds like, this isn't like a Guinepa?
I don't know what that is.
Like a Guinep. We've had them before.
We have.
Yeah. We've been in New York and the ladies are selling them shits on the fucking, on the side
No,
of the street.
no,
Okay.
not that. Those are good. I know what you're talking about. Is that what those fruits are called?
Yeah.
Little things you suck on, Paul.
Well, Jamaicans call them Guineps, and I think Spanish people call them Guinepas, some shit like that. We call them Akis in my country, but Aki in Jamaica is a whole other thing. Yeah.
So I don't know what they call them in Brazil. I know what you're talking about. No, not that. It's it's like it's more like a cherry. It's like red. It's like
okay.
But yeah, it's called Guaraná. That's my favorite soda.
Really?
But it's like it brings me back. Like it's like a nostalgic thing to me. It's like when you drink something that just brings you back to time.
Yeah.
Every time I drink one, it's just like, oh.
What age did you come to America?
9.
What age were you outside?
Probably 11, 12.
All right. So if you had to go, you lived in Naugatuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. If you had $1, what was? I was gonna ask you, like, if you had $1 back then, what was your go-to snacks that you could get for $1 back then?
So it was $1.50. It was $1.50.
$1.50.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm saying what I would leave
the
house.
You was balling.
What?
You was a rich nigga.
Yeah. Oh, but this is in middle school. And I'll give you my 7th grade go-to snack combo. It's $1.50.
Okay.
I'd get $1 Arizona, preferably mango. That was like my go-to Arizona. And
They be spending a whole $1 off rip.
And
that's crazy.
And a 50-cent honey bun.
That's it.
Like that's like if I can get that was like my ideal snack combo. When I got that, I was in heaven.
So when I was younger, right? So probably like,
but all right, just if I had $1, so back in August they used to have a candy store, but like a road, like it was like a you could buy candy for pennies type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd get like a combo of shit. Like it'd be Laffy Taffy was like up there. Airheads.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's kind of sour?
No, that's the it's kind of like a Laffy Taffy, but it's a little bit kind of more sour on the sour side.
Yeah. I'm talking about what's this? It's like almost like a little jawbreaker one, but they're really sour. Is this sour head or something?
Yeah, sour heads.
Sour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd get that. A Payday.
Payday is crazy as fuck. That's just a wild old person chocolate.
Yeah, I know. I used to like, yo.
That's a crazy.
I used to fuck with the Paydays and the Babe Ruths.
What you used to eat at breakfast? Bran flakes? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I used to fuck with the Paydays. Yo, Babe Ruths. Oh, you ever had a Babe Ruth?
My guy's having a late night snack of like tapioca and shit. Like,
that's caramel, man.
What the fuck?
Oh, you know what's the OD one too?
What?
Or OG is Butterfinger.
What the fuck? This wild ass snacks,
you never a Butterfinger?
Come on,
Butterfinger.
No, nigga. Like, what the fuck? No,
really?
Absolutely not. Like,
what's your go-to?
Paydays and Butterfingers? Get the fuck out of here.
What's your
go-to? Candies? Like OG candies?
Yeah.
The normal, like Twix and fucking Snickers. Like, that would be Crunch. Was the only exotic version.
I say, you talking crazy crunches.
That's
wild.
the only exotic version that I would fucking eat.
You eat a lot of almond joys.
Nah, fuck out of here with the coconut shit.
Yeah,
nah, I don't know. That ain't for me. My mom loved them shits.
That's some my dad like that shit. That's the old tropical shit.
Nah, that ain't for me. Fuck that. Nah, this nigga said fucking. What you gonna get there, Mr. Nutter Butter? Like, Mr. Goodman or?
Nah, I always like the Carmelos.
Carmelos were fire.
Well,
that's like you got money now. Like, you're in like 7th grade, 8th grade. You know, like you're trickling into that area. So when I was younger, right, like you could go to the corner store with $1 and come up with like damn near a whole meal, right? Mm-hmm. So you could get 25-cent the quarter waters that you were talking about, the barrel shits with the foil on the top. You could get one of those.
And they were terrible.
They were fucking disgusting.
They were terrible, bro.
They were amazing when we were younger. Like, amazing when we were younger.
I don't even think I liked them when I was younger, but that was just like...
You weren't young enough.
No, but I got those. Okay. I got those. They have those in Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's I think those are worldwide, man.
Okay.
Those are world. I hated them. But that was like the only thing you could afford it.
Right.
It was affordable.
Yeah, it was 25 cents for those, right? So
bro, it had barely any taste. Like, if you taste one...
Barely any taste. Mad sugar, like it was just sweet and it's just sugar and dye and water. That was it. Like that's the combination right there. And a hint of flavor, like a hint of flavor.
From the plastic.
I'll do either a quarter water, right, or I'll do a quarter water, 25-cent bag of chips, right. So that's 50 cents done, clipped right there.
Okay.
Then I would either get like one of those what the fuck is that company name? Like a Debbie cake? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those little
the devil cake?
Not the devil
black
cake.
One?
The little Debbie shits, like the little pastries that they sell in like the packaging, the single packaging.
You know which one I used to love too? It's the crumble cake.
No, that's you're too far. Like you're too far in age. Like you're going up into like middle school years, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about like OG, like
I mean, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere at that time.
So sit this one out. Just hear me out, right?
I mean, you're fucking stuttering all through it. Like, I'm trying to help you out,
right?
Trying to help you out.
A quarter water,
okay,
right? You get a fucking 25-cent bag of chips. You get the Debbie cakes. I don't remember how much them shits used to cost, but you could either get like Twinkies or you could get like the devil dogs or like the fucking
I know all right.
Oatmeal pies and shit. Like
oatmeal pie is good.
Yeah, oatmeal pies.
I didn't like
them at first.
Oatmeal, that's that old age.
Yeah, as you go older, your palate changes. And then after that, I'll just get the rest in candy. So back then you could get, I think each candy was like a nickel, right? So you could get pretty much just 5 pieces of candy essentially, and you'll walk out with like the little black bag and shit. You got like a whole fucking meal off of $1, right? Sometimes though, if you were feeling like a little bit bally or a little bit of a baller, you had to sacrifice something for those top pop drinks, because I think those used to cost 50 cents or 35 cents at the time, right? And those top pop drinks, we gotta get you a top pop too. I don't even know if they still sell those.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the top pops are like a little bit, they're tall and like they're more a cylinder bottle, right? And those things, like you could get that's a full drink now. Like that's like a competitor for like, you weren't buying Coke and Pepsi and all this shit. You were buying like
that's when you're out your parents. You had to be with your parents,
right?
For
absolutely.
Shit.
Well, and one of the drinks that like I used to in Barbados that I found in Barbados before I found over here, and it ended up coming over here, was the Chubbies. I don't know if you ever had one of those. It's like a soda, but it's a little soda that's like It's a small soda that usually kind of similar as like Top Pop. They have like different flavors and stuff, but it's called a chubby soda. I was finally happy when they finally started getting them in America, and only they were selling them at like C-Town and shit like that. But after I phased out of it, they started bringing in like into like Stop and Shop and shit like that. But at that point, it was kind of over. But that's what I would get it for $1 when I was younger.
Nice.
And like I told you, like a whole fucking meal.
Got real nostalgic just now.
No, I'm actually surprised that Dr. Pepper ended up going number 3. I really anticipated that it would be like
I
thought it would have been like Sprite. Honestly, I thought Sprite would have been
Pepsi's
number 2.
owned by Sprite, or Sprite's owned by Pepsi.
So because Pepsi is part of the list, Sprite can't be.
I think they're saying it as a company,
okay,
not as an individual soda in that thing.
Okay,
because a lot of these companies like they own a lot of UB's Pepsi
owns a lot.
Pepsi owns. I own a lot of Pepsi stock.
Mm-hmm.
So I like did some research on it. They own half the shit. Like if you're a little
I think they own Aquafina.
Yeah,
they own Dasani.
A little stock tip. If you're gonna, that's Pepsi's a good stock. Good dividends.
Yeah, they own a lot of shit, to be honest with you.
All right, what we got next? This caught my interest, man. Your boy, your man's, Bandman Kevo.
Why did I get associated with this nigga?
That your man's?
No.
Okay, my bad. All right,
like, I feel like I gotta defend myself. Like,
all right. All right. He got a tattoo of Mark Cuban on his leg, so he already had Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. So I guess he's just getting all these billionaires tatted on him, and there's just something so gay to me about getting another man tattoo, like another man's face tattooed on you, especially if they're alive. I don't. It's not as weird to me if they're dead.
Pin that.
What?
Drake and Lil Wayne. Drake got Lil Wayne's tattooed on him.
Yeah, that was a little gay.
Okay.
A little weird. It's a little weird to me. It's just like it's like this worship, thing that like I just don't understand.
All right,
but
I just want to make sure we're being fair here.
Yeah. Okay. It's fair. I think it's weird. To get your boy, you know how gay that is. If I just came in here one day with your fucking face tattooed on me, you'd be like, this is off. This is some offy shit.
This nigga loves me.
Yeah. All right, that's one way to look at it. I wouldn't look at the same.
I feel like Lil Wayne and Drake's situation is a little bit different. I mean, he's literally the guy that put him on and got him to the place where he's at. So it's like, if you want to talk about, most people have things that are meaningful to them, like on their body, and is it kind of gayish? Yes,
I think it's actually it's gayer than gay. It's actually gayer than being gay.
Is it gayish? Yes, but would I do it? No, but do I get it? Yeah, I get it. This guy, Bandman Kevo, I don't get this.
But
this is right up his alley, though.
He does weird shit. But I don't know, getting 3 white men tatted on you.
Did he say what his purpose was behind it?
I think he's just inspired by these people because they're billionaires and they're ahead of in their industry. Like all that shit. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. People just get these weird ass tattoos, man. Like
people were tattooing Boosie's face at one point.
Like Boosie? What the fuck would you get Boosie's face out of anybody?
He was locked up. Somebody tattooed his face on him. Yeah.
Bro, this is why I can't even consider myself a fan of anybody anymore. Right. Because I never would do this.
No, you're a sane human being. That's what it is.
Bro, there isn't one celebrity that I would ride this hard for. Like nobody. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a fan of certain people's music and their artwork and their artistry and all that shit. But like, I'm not doing all this shit.
Would you get a Dragon Ball Z tattoo?
Yeah, that I would.
Yeah, so isn't essentially the same thing?
It's not real.
Isn't that even worse?
What? Nah. How's that worse?
Like you're getting a cartoon of something that's fake, something that's fictional. Tattoo.
Yeah, but it's like, I can't explain why you're wrong. You're wrong.
This was an influential part of your life that you got tattooed on you, and
I don't have.
Oh, that you would get tattooed on you, right? So, but this may be an influential part of this person's life.
Bro, get the fucking Facebook logo or just get I don't know, get
X tattooed.
Get the Dallas Mavs for Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban give him a thumbs up too, like on Instagram.
Like, what are you expecting? Like him to fucking
invite
you on his private yacht and shit?
One time this dude got Mike Tyson's face tattooed on him. And he saw Mike Tyson and like at some type of event. Mm-hmm. He went up to Mike Tyson to show him the tattoo. and Mike Tyson just looked at it and just kept walking. Didn't even acknowledge it.
Right.
I would feel like such an asshole if I got someone's face tattooed on
Absolutely.
me. And then when I show them,
They
don't even
acknowledge
give a
it.
fuck, right?
No, they don't give a fuck about the shit. Like, it's like the
gay.
dumbest.
It's just gay.
It's the dumbest thing, to be honest with you. And like I said, this is right up Batman Cavill's fucking, like right up his alley. He fucking got a BBL and what else did he? He was doing a lot of weird shit at one point. Like,
Yo, is there any celebrity that you get tattooed on you?
no, honestly, no. I would never, honestly. I can't. Mm-mm. You know, I thought about it too because I do want to finish my sleeve, and I was like, what do I want on? Because this arm is about me, right? Like pretty much things that have been impactful in my life or just about me. And I don't know what I was thinking, like of a cartoon or something that I would like get. I was thinking maybe SpongeBob because I do love. I'm a very heavy SpongeBob fan, but like
I just shit about Dragon Ball Z.
But the thing is, I can't bring myself to do something like that. You know, like I just can't. I don't want it to be dumb. You know.
Here's how I look at it. Right, I look at tattoos as art.
Yeah.
So to me, like anime is art.
Okay.
So that's how I guess I rationalize it, right? Where if I were to get like a human being's face that's like a real person tattooed on me, it'd be like the most dick riding shit ever.
Right.
Like, and I can't dick ride on that level.
Okay. You could dick ride, but just not that much.
Not that hard.
You gotta be a little dick.
Yeah.
You can't be a big dick.
Yeah. Not in forever.
All right. Nah, I can't. There's nobody. There's no celebrity. There's no famous person.
People that get celebrities like tattooed on themselves. Ugh.
I mean,
you know who I would potentially. I couldn't do it. I'm about to say I maybe get a Kobe tattoo, but I would never get his face. I'd probably get his jersey number or something like that, just because I was a big Laker fan.
Okay.
I think that'd be as far as I could go. Maybe something that honors them in a sense, but their actual face to me is like, I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, that's not for me, bro. Honestly, like I think first things first, I thought tattoos were dumb as fuck. Like I couldn't imagine anything that I would want on my body for the rest of my life. And then I've got.
I used to look down on people with tattoos.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was like,
that was like the religion of me though.
Well, absolutely, but part of me even like still carries that notion. Like, you know, like what do I want on my body for the rest of my life? Like I only want to cover my sleeve so that the sleeve is done and it looks good. You feel me? But outside of that, I don't really see a point in like tattoos. I think they look cool, but like this is on you for the rest of your life. You know, like,
I get a lot of compliments on my tattoos.
Yeah, I mean you have some nice tattoos.
Yo, when the hoes see these tattoos,
hey, just wait till the leg tats come.
Mm-mm.
The leg tats, that's when it really happens for you. And you got some nice shorts on. That's when it really hits.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. About it. We'll see. But let's talk some music, man. All right. So 2024 has been all about rap beef.
Mm-hmm.
One just ended and another one just started.
Yep.
So if y'all don't know, Bia and Cardi B are officially beefing, or kind of more of a one-sided beef. So Bia actually put out a diss track against Cardi B. I guess this all started about a year ago when Cardi B dropped her music video for, I forgot the name of the song, but Bia kind of is accusing Cardi B of stealing her style or stealing music or something like that. And if you watch the music video, they're kind of both copying Janet Jackson because she was kind of the one. It's like that black leather kind of look. You know, it's just like Janet Jackson kind of did it first, but then I guess Bia did a second or third, and then Cardi B did it. Or I don't know the order of shit. I listened to the rap or the diss. I thought the diss was actually pretty good. It's a decent song. I really like the beat. I know the Breakfast Club was shitting on the fucking diss, which I think they were just kind of being haters because they're kind of
the Bia diss.
Yeah, they were definitely showing favoritism to Cardi B, but I think they have more of a personal relationship. That is? No, I think they have a person like Charlamagne. Like Cardi B went to like Charlamagne's daughter's like birthday party.
Okay,
so it's like I don't think you're gonna
diss the person
co-sign the fucking diss.
Right.
The diss itself is pretty good.
You think so?
I liked it. Right. I like it's a light diss. I
think the raps were definitely the flow. I think it was a flow that didn't do it for me. I
thought it was okay. Did you watch the video?
The video
was cringe.
Really?
Oh,
the video made it better.
See, that did the opposite of me. As I'm watching it, and when she's doing all the hand movements, it was just like, oh, it was just kind of like, like don't do that.
No, the song was cool. I think it was It was all right. I think the video kind of just made it better, like her just being in the studio. I mean, I usually like that aesthetic anyways. I feel like rappers don't do that enough where like they show the behind the scenes of a song right, enough. So I definitely appreciated that portion of it. I mean, personally for me, I don't give a fuck about Bia and I don't give a fuck about Cardi B's music, but I think that the thing for me is that with this beef, for Cardi B to like go the route that she's going is like I'm disappointed in her.
Why?
You know? Because she's threatening to sue Bia, and it's like, come on.
Well, she sued before. She sued was it Tasha K because she said something about Cardi B and she sued her and won. So now every I think penny that Tasha K makes, like Cardi B gets a penny out of it.
Really?
So
I mean, but it's like
I was
in the game of like you want to be a rapper, right? And for one, and in the game of rap, imagine like suing somebody because they talk shit about you. It's like, come on, like,
definitely corny behavior.
Especially somebody that pops shit so much as she does. But go ahead.
So I was listening to Cardi's B explanation on why she's gonna sue her. Right? She said, "Yo, I don't care if you talk about my rap, my style, my looks," which Bia definitely did in the fucking in the diss. But she said, "Yo, one thing you're not gonna do about
don't tell me she said my kids."
No.
Okay.
She didn't say that. She didn't say the kids. So I guess Bia pretty much hints at that Cardi B is cheating on Offset or she's sleeping around.
Okay.
Which it would make sense. I mean, like the guy's cheated on you multiple times. Like, you'll get even the score up. But Cardi B's denying it. She's like, "Yo, one thing you're not gonna do is lie on my pussy."
Okay.
So now you're getting too personal. She's like, "Yo, that," because I think she's suing her for like defamation of character.
I feel like that's kind of like admission of guilt. That right.
You think so?
Yeah, that's like you're doing too much. You know, like yeah, it's like okay, I'm cheating. You're accusing me of cheating on my man. If I'm not cheating on my man, then I just won't say nothing.
But that's a tough thing because I think it's like one of those things. Like if you put that out there about someone, it doesn't even matter. Like it's gonna be once it reaches your man's head.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's a thing that gets said all the time. You know, like that she's cheating on her man. I mean, it's fucking Cardi B.
I haven't heard that.
Really?
I've never.
I mean, they were
oddly enough, you don't really hear about her doing too much dirt to this man. No matter how many times he's publicly embarrassed her.
No, because it's women that supports Cardi B, and women are obviously gonna ride for fucking.
No, I understand, but
Offset.
I would feel like something would come out where like she's making Offset look just as dumb.
I mean, when they broke up, she was dating around, and like people were speculating that she has been cheating on him, like around that time, like that they were together, and that she was like still doing whatever she was doing. I mean, she's talked about scamming niggas all the time and robbing niggas, so it's like it just seems like right up her alley for an action that could be done.
It does, but like I just feel like there'd be like some type of proof.
You think so?
Yeah, because Cardi B just seems like kind of like a hood bitch type shit. You know, they're typically petty and very spiteful, like and just thrive off vengeance.
Right.
And Offset has just done so many publicly things to make her look so stupid. So I would think she would just like do it back.
Which is why I said it's like right up her alley. Like,
but
if she was to do it, I'm not surprised. Which is why I said like seems like she's like admitting guilt because she's giving it too much energy. Like,
okay,
it's like somebody off the street coming in and saying like, "Ease, I know you like to fuck dogs. Like, are you gonna fucking sue the person for defamation of character?" It's like, I know I don't do this shit, you fucking weirdo. Like, I'm just gonna like carry on about my day. You know, it's like, okay, you think I'm cheating on my man, which, all right, whatever,
possibly,
like, yeah. Which maybe it happened, but all right, like. I'm gonna just move on about my day. I'm gonna say it didn't happen, and I'm gonna fucking keep it pushing. I'm gonna make sure my man doesn't feel like I am cheating on him, even if I am cheating on him. You feel me? Like, am I gonna sue you because you said that I'm cheating on him? No. But one thing you got to give Cardi B though, she's definitely a rider. Despite all the dirt that her nigga has done, and despite all of that, she
says it in the video. She went live. She's like, "Yo, I know me and him don't got the best marriage, but we got a bond, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna tolerate you trying to break this shit up."
Right. And she riding for a nigga. And you know what's crazy? It's like, people have said this before, right? Beyonce told women to promote it being single, promoting that he could be replaced. Jay-Z left the nigga, or Jay-Z cheated on her. She stayed with the nigga, right? Cardi B promotes scamming niggas and robbing niggas for money. Cardi B promotes finessing niggas, but yet her man cheated and she stayed with him. They don't see this shit, but they listen to the lyrics and they rock out for that shit. You feel me? Like, They don't actually look at the actions that are happening in a relationship, but they hear their lyrics and be like, yeah, ain't shit niggas and I'm doing
Yo,
that.
never listen to somebody's words, yo. Listen to their actions.
Absolutely. Like, she could say whatever the fuck she want. I could tell you a bunch of lies and I'm selling you lies, but my actions are showing you that I'm staying with my nigga. Like, but no one's gonna ride as hard as they do for their nigga, but they're gonna fucking take her lyrics and then go off and cheat.
I mean, I also think this is kind of more tactic of Bia, because Bia is like, I know. Actually, the only reason I know of Bia is because the one song she did with J. Cole, right? Other than that, I've really never heard her music.
Right.
So her attacking Cardi B, which, like it or not, she's one of the biggest female rappers, right? And you could talk about, you know, whether she writes her shit or not, because I don't even understand how the fuck this writing thing works anymore, right?
Who knows at this point?
But Cardi B's obviously the bigger artist in this situation, and now Bia's getting a lot of media attention because she's dissing Cardi. So this is one of those situations where the biggest artist really has more to lose than anything to gain. Because, all right, if Cardi drops a diss towards Bia, right? It's like, it's like, so what, right? Like, it's not going to do much for your
You're
career,
making
right?
Bia bigger than what she is. I mean, what did Bia have that? Oh, she has that song Bia. Is that her?
I think so.
And then she has a song with
J.
Cole, right?
Yeah.
The London
High
shit.
Fire song, yeah.
Yeah,
Fire song.
I think that's all she really has, you know? Like, she's not really relevant per se, you know? So it's like, you're giving her way more attention than like she deserves. And I feel like people, they don't see that, you know? Like,
but I think, you get to the point where, like, I know Cardi B's ignored her for like a couple months now. So you get to the point where it's like,
enough is enough.
I gotta say something.
Right,
this is just getting out of control.
Right.
Especially now, you're like, if you're lying on my pussy, then I really got it.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
You can lie about anything else, but my pussy, don't do that.
Would you want people lying on your pussy?
I wouldn't give a fuck if people lie on my pussy.
Really? I'd care if people lie on my pussy.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care if you lie on my dick, but you lie on my pussy.
That's it for you.
Draw the line.
Man, honestly, I don't even think if I was a girl, bro, you wouldn't even have to lie on my pussy. I feel like my actions would be enough for you.
All right. So I mean, we'll see how this plays out. I think Cardi B. I think this, it also puts a lot of pressure on Cardi B to drop an album, which a lot of her fans have been waiting on.
Right.
And there's been a lot of rumors that like she just keeps, scrapping the projects because it's probably just not up to par, because her last album did pretty good. It got a lot of traction. So she's probably trying to avoid being one of those rappers that like have a good freshman project and then their sophomore one just kind of fucking falls off. And then it kind of exposes you to like, oh shit, maybe you're not as good as we thought you were. I mean, which happens to a lot of artists.
I'm seeing that like a lot of artists are following that blueprint where like they're kind of like shying away from like albums. They're primarily just like putting out singles.
Yeah,
EPs.
like
EPs or singles, like they're jumping on other people's songs or dropping singles, but albums, they're not really doing that too much. And maybe for good reason, because I feel like people do judge your craft based off of like the album that you put out.
I mean, which, it's rightfully so. We should judge you off.
But like you could put out a lot of like good music in between, but like you put out a bad album.
I think they fuck up by putting all these fire ass singles. Because it's like, you could have just group that up for one album and it would have been a fire ass album. But now, like, obviously you can't put a single that you released 2 years ago on your new album, even though it could have been like the fire single ever.
Right.
And now you're like, now you're like, fuck, what do I put on this shit? Like, I already used up all my good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think that's one of the things where it's like, I mean, I'm not a musician, so I can't tell them how to fucking play their life, but I do think that they do. That is one thing I have noticed where like they have been staying away or shying away from actually dropping albums as much. Like you probably get like 1 or 2 albums out of them, and then that's it. Like, I mean, look at it. Rihanna haven't dropped shit in for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was gone up until like this whole fucking Drake beef, besides his last bullshit that he just dropped, and J. Cole is now coming back into the scene again, like
J. Cole's been in the scene. You haven't liked it. Let's not do this shit.
Okay, that's where you draw like it was okay for the Kendrick Lamar slander, but the J. Cole slander,
it's false. Because Kendrick does take his gaps in between, but Kendrick has been dropping projects. You haven't liked the projects.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't say he hasn't been dropping.
J. Cole, you mean? J. Cole has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said.
You said Kendrick.
No, I said Kendrick takes his gap, but you can't say J. Cole doesn't drop projects.
Okay. You got it.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for telling me what I know. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see how this beef plays out. What's other? Lil Durk just got out of rehab.
Just news. I mean, we all speculated that this motherfucker was on drugs, his eyes being so wide open, but he actually confirmed it. And honestly, kudos to him for like actually admitting that he had a problem and went to rehab, you know?
Yeah.
And for his reasons behind it, you know? Like, I hate when people fucking use their kids for a cop out for everything, but I mean, you are a parent. I think there is a certain lifestyle you do have to live, you know? And you are setting an example for your kids. So for him to decide that he's gonna
Want to change his life around?
yeah, change his life around and be a better father, you know, a better role model. I think that's commemorable, you know, like
Yeah. So for y'all that don't know, Lil Durk and was having trouble with Xanax and
lean.
codeine,
Yeah,
or lean.
Yeah.
Like which it always is like it's confusing me, right? Because I don't know when this shift happened where where being a drug addict was embarrassing. It was something that you did not want to do. Where now it's so promoted in music, right? Where they just openly admit, like, yo, I pop pills, I drink lean, I do all this shit.
I think it's Future, honestly.
I thought of that. So Future definitely helped that, but Lil Wayne started.
I was gonna say Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne started the codeine trend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wanted to do it when I was in high school and I seen that shit. Bro, I know it's funny. I used to think it was NyQuil.
Right.
Like, yo, this is that. Like, just put some. Like, yo, I used to be like, yo, why do they want to be sleepy?
But you want to hear something interesting about NyQuil?
What?
I actually found out that like people actually used to do that.
What?
Like mix NyQuil with their liquor so that way they could feel. I guess they make you feel drunker. I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I just found out about this.
I always thought lean was just Sprite and NyQuil. I'm like, this is whack.
Yeah, but apparently you pour NyQuil into your alcohol and it's fucking get you feel more drunk.
You feel sleepy.
That's what I would think too. But yeah, nah, I thought I was tempted to do lean, but I'm not good with drugs, so like it's not for me.
I took a sip of lean once.
Really?
I mean, it's like just sweet. Like it was. I didn't feel anything. I just took a sip. I didn't take that much. But I mean, it tasted good. It was sweet.
Right.
I think it's probably one of those drugs that you do without any actual like thought process to it, where it's like you probably don't rationalize it as like a hard drug.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of rappers have died from
it, yeah,
from drinking,
and have an addiction to it. You know?
It's crazy that you could be fucking addicted to lean.
Yeah, I mean, you could be damn near addicted to anything though.
Yo, but like I mean, congrats to Lil Durk, man, for seeing the problem and being open about it. Yo, hopefully some of these fucking kids that they influence like see this shit and like follow suit.
I hope he sticks to it because a lot of people they tend to try to get clean and then they end up relapsing. I guess is the right term for that, but like they end up like just going back to the same bad behaviors or replacing it with something else, you know? So,
well, yeah, especially in the the field is in because obviously not all the rappers are gonna quit doing lean and perks and Xanax. So when he's on tour, when he's making music with these other rappers, like, that shit's gonna be around. And I think when you're prone to do something and you're addicted to it, even though if you broke the addiction for that time frame, if you see it around you that often, you probably because all it takes is like, all right, fuck, let me just do it one time, and then you get way too comfortable doing it again. Before you know it, you're just a full-on addict again. That's
what anything, like regardless of what it is, you try to get in a good habit, and then it just takes one slip up for you to continue the same bad behaviors again.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, kudos to Durk.
Yeah, especially being the type of rapper they is. That's like they're not too vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, that takes a big man to come out and actually admit. Especially there's kind of a bad stigma to being in rehab because it's like, oh, you're a fiend.
Yeah, you're an addict.
Yeah, you're an addict.
But what's crazy is that when he dropped All My Life with J. Cole, and he kind of says that he in the song he said that he wanted to be a better role model, and I called bullshit. I'm like, like everybody says that, and then they end up going continue the same bad behavior over and over again, or because that's what attracts you to the music industry. You talking about the things that you talk about. And with that and with this, it seems like his mindset is shifting. Maybe J. Cole has something to do with this, like maybe J. Cole is like, has woken him up and like made him realize the type of person that he's becoming and the impact that he actually has, Maybe
because Lil Durk isn't just a street rapper anymore. He's like his impact has grown significantly over the last couple of years where like he's becoming almost a household name.
Absolutely. So I think that he kind of have to.
Yeah, he's in the big six.
6 is wicked. 10.
Who else did you put up there?
10 maybe the top 10.
Okay. Like, give me some like other names.
So we already know the three.
Okay, debatable. We'll just pretend we know the three.
Okay, we'll just speculate the three.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have I think it's feasible to put
Future's up there.
Future is up there. I wasn't gonna add him, but he is up there. I would do. What do you think about Lil Baby?
I'd put Durk above Lil Baby right now.
Currently,
Yeah. Lil Baby. Yeah, Lil Baby's having a rough couple of years. As of late, he just can't find like his rhythm anymore, man. He just can't. He's just struggling making like the right music. I mean, that new song with Central C is definitely fire. So I think it's put him in good graces again. But
I would like.
He needs a couple bangers.
I would like to add Central C, but I don't think he's been out enough and put out.
He's on his way. He's top 20.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Lil Durk is up there, bro.
Are we classifying Uzi?
You know what's funny? People give Drake a lot of shit for being a pop star and not a rapper, but Uzi gets none of this. And Uzi's essentially just a rock star, or Playboy Cardi. Like, all these rappers are not really rappers by these people's standards, but only Drake gets this pop star accusation when most people are not really rappers anymore. Like, or of the typical
they definitely have a
fashion when you think of rappers.
It's like a blend now, you know. It's like a mesh of music. Like, it's not really a solo rap, solo hip hop.
You know about the Polo G? NBA
top six. NBA Youngboy, yes.
NBA
top six. Polo G.
I'll
put him in the sevens, like the past seven.
Okay, I'm not sold on him. I'm just saying. I'm just naming names right now. I don't know. This is tough.
The borders are murky after 3. I'm telling you, like, it just kind of becomes a free for all. I think you got 21 Savage.
Oh, my bad. 21 Savage is 4th.
Yeah.
No.
Fifth. You got to give it a Future.
Future's 4th. Future. All right. So top 3, and then Future's number 4.
Yeah.
21 Savage.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. 21 is gunning for number 4 though.
Oh no. It's the.
I feel like off of principle, you have to give it.
You know what the thing is? Future does not take a fucking minute off.
Right.
Every rap project comes out, Future's on it.
Yeah.
Like, his hustle is unmatched.
Right.
And I mean, it's probably why he has to be a deadbeat.
Yeah. Okay.
Not for like
he just doesn't have enough time in his day.
He doesn't have enough time. Future makes music nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Nonstop. Like, every project that comes out, every rap project comes out, Future's on it.
Yeah. And I think like I said, I think 21 is definitely running his way there, like full speed, honestly.
All right. You know who was up there? And actually, so Roddy Ricch just dropped.
Roddy Ricch was nowhere near being that close up there. Nowhere near there.
You know what's funny? You said that.
What?
A couple years ago. You said Roddy Ricch was next.
No, he was next up.
No, I'm saying
but he wasn't. But he wasn't. He's like a Central C next up. Like, you know, like he needs time.
A couple years ago, me and you had this big argument.
Yeah.
And you said, I fought that Lil Baby's up next, and you were like, I'm fucking bugging, and you said Roddy Ricch. And obviously both of them fell off, but Roddy Ricch fell off way harder. So I mean, technically I won that argument, but that's not the point.
Okay.
Let's just focus on Roddy.
You won by default.
Roddy Ricch just dropped a project,
Yeah.
Survivor's Remorse.
Yeah.
I think it's his first solo project in like 2 years since his last album dropped.
Right.
What do you think of the song?
I think it was a good song. I think it was better than expected, to be honest with you.
It reminded me of the old Roddy Ricch.
And I think I like his approach on it. You know, it's like you could come out and try to drop a banger and distract people from it, but I think he addressed the big issue, which is him falling off, you know? And
I really like that bar in there.
Right.
If I had $1 for every time somebody tell me I fell off, I'd be, was it
a
billionaire?
billionaire, yeah. I think that he addressed a big issue. And honestly, like, he's one of those people that you don't really hear too much about. You know, he kind of gives me like Bryson Tiller vibes, where, like, you know, he kind of just keeps their private life there. Outside of music, you don't hear about them, you know?
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, I think for him to actually like publicly come up here, or not even publicly, but to just address the issues, you know, it does say that he is keeping his eyes and ears out for like what people think about him.
Yo, I like the self-awareness of him realizing like, yo, a lot of people are saying I've fallen off. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I hear y'all.
No, you did.
What?
You did.
What?
You did fall off. Like
his last album wasn't that good.
It's terrible.
The album before that was okay. It was an okay album. The project before that was amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, because the only thing that saved this other project was that song, The Box. I mean, that song was a banger. That shit was everywhere. His next album after that just had nothing. Like it was a very mid album. So I like this song. I like he's addressing some shit. I mean, he kind of gave some clarity on why he's been kind of MIA too, you know, with the child support shit, and then I guess losing friends. Yo, he actually even talked about his own like codeine addiction and this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's also dealing with his own drug issues.
This shit is crippling our people.
Yo, who would have thought?
Right. I mean, I guess it's a rich man's drug, you know? Like, white people got coke and we got codeine.
Yeah. I hope him having that self-awareness and realizing that so many people are saying he fell off really motivates him to put out a fucking amazing project. Because, I don't want to hate Roddy Ricch music.
Mm-mm.
Like, there was a summer where if you saw me playing Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
And I saw him live. I saw him live in Philly one time for the first Made in America I went to. Like before he really blew up, man. Like, and I was like, yo, you know when you hear somebody for the first time that's just like the music's amazing, and you're like, yo, what the fuck am I witnessing?
Right. Yeah,
who is this? Who is this person? Right? Yo, because the crowd is pretty small.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after that, he kind of blew up.
Took off, yeah.
But I hope his next project's amazing, man. Like I would like to put him up there in the top 5 or top 7. You know, like just
no.
I think he has some ways to go.
He got a long way to go. He got a lot of people to beat. You know who we forgot too? Rick Ross. There's no way you're not putting Rick Ross in the top 6. There's no way.
All right, so we got we got Future 4, 21 Savage 5. I'm gonna put Durk above Rick Ross right now.
What?
Yeah. What is Rick Ross? Did you listen? No. You're right now for Rick Ross right now, right? Did you listen to that last Rick Ross and Meek Mill album?
I did. The most recent one. Yeah, I told you I did. I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay, you haven't mentioned it once. Yeah.
I told you this multiple times.
Okay. You had multiple. You know, it's like if you're gonna lie to me.
One thing I don't do is lie, and I've had this conversation with you multiple times, bro. That I told you I listened to Meek Mill's album that he just dropped that was pretty good, and I also told you that I like Rick Ross's album with Meek Mill.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I don't believe you, but okay. Either way, I don't have Rick Ross up there on my top 6.
Tory Lanez.
I mean, Tory Lanez would be my fucking 4. Like
right.
if he was still active right now.
So
Tory Lanez is a clear 4.
So Locked Up doesn't consider you active.
What?
Locked Up doesn't consider you active.
Nah, cause like he's just not putting out music. You know, like I think I hate to say this about the music industry. You're kind of as good as you are relevant. Because by that logic, right? You could just say like Roddy Ricch should still be up there because like his prior to his other projects.
Roddy Ricch isn't up there because he's not he's not current, and that's on his own feet, right? Tory Lanez isn't active because he's not able to be active. There's two different things. Like, I think like top 10
by his own choices too.
No, it's that fucking horse bitch that did it. Sorry, did it to him.
We'll get into her in a second.
But with top 10, I will put fucking Young Thug in top 10.
Young Thug?
Yeah. He's not active.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it. He's actually, but the thing is, he's been putting out music. I just haven't actually liked the music.
Really? I think every feature he's been on was pretty okay. Okay.
Because he actually put out an album last year, which was kind of trash.
Now, I'm not a big Young Thug fan, but I like him on songs. Like, I like him. Like, I'm not going to listen to a body of work by him, but I do like him on songs.
No, so. I mean, I listened to the body of work. It really wasn't all that.
Okay.
It came and went. I mean, that was like, I think this. So Gunna and him dropped last year, and Gunna's album did way better. with 0 features.
Would you put Gunna?
I would put Gunna up there. Gunna's top 10 right now.
Top 10 or top 6?
I told you my top 6. I don't know. Stop trying to change my top.
You're stamping on it.
I'm standing on my top 6. Okay. It's Future, 21 Savage, Durk. That's it. That's my top 6.
Okay. Durk is a little shaky for me, but all right.
All right. So give me your remaining ones. All right. So obviously we know the top 3. Who's 4, 5,
I would say
6?
Future. I would still put Rick Ross. Honestly, I'll put Rick Ross in there if I had the opportunity. Tory Lanez is up there, but I know you said that disqualifies.
So all right. So you got Future. So you're gonna put Rick Ross over 21 Savage?
If I'm being real here,
be real.
I'm gonna be real here, right? Here's my order: 21 Savage 4th, Rick Ross 5th, Future 6th.
Okay, all right.
Future 6. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I haven't been.
What has Rick Ross put out recently, other than the Drake diss, that would put him up there?
See, the thing is, it's like kind of like with Future. Like, nothing that Future has done recently has really wowed me either. But it's just because of like his previous projects, and he's still active and he's still putting out music. Like, I have to put him there. But it's like with Rick Ross, it's like nothing of recent has really like jumped out at me besides the Rick Ross. Besides the Drake diss. But because he's still active, because he's still putting music out there, like, I have to include him. You know, it's like, to me personally, like, Future hasn't really wowed me as much. And if Future and Rick Ross drop an album same day, same time, I'm listening to Rick Ross first.
I'm not. I'm listening. I like Rick Ross. I'm just not listening to Future first. I think the best thing about Rick Ross was the guy that he cut off.
Was Meek?
Not Meek.
Wale?
No.
Drake?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they did have a good chemistry. I don't know. I think that for me, I actually really do love Rick Ross's music, honestly.
No, I thoroughly enjoy Rick Ross's music. I don't think his full body projects are that good.
Okay.
He makes amazing singles.
Right, he does make it really good.
Rick Ross's singles are amazing.
Especially when they're Drake and Rick Ross combo.
Well, say goodbye to that. But, even actually, while the songs him and Wale have.
Travis Scott?
Once again, Travis Scott to me is in the same lane as Uzi is. I don't consider, because is Travis Scott really a rapper? You can't call Travis Scott a rapper.
You can't call Travis Scott a rapper.
He's black, so people put him in that fucking box. But Travis Scott is not a rapper. Lil Uzi is not a rapper. They're when people talk about pop artists, these are pop artists.
I can agree with you on that, honestly. I could agree with you on that.
Let's move on before we disagree.
Right. I could agree with you on that.
All right.
Now we brought up Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, so Eminem, the GOAT. The GOAT, some say.
This is the thing that pisses me off about Eminem is not Eminem himself, right? It's how hard, if you ask white people who their fucking favorite rapper is, they go for Eminem. And it's like, come on. Like, you don't really listen to rap. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, here's the thing, right? I don't think they're lying. I think they believe it because that's who they predominantly listen to.
Okay.
So they can't give you anybody else because they don't really listen to anybody else like that, right? It's like if all I listen to is Roddy Ricch, no matter what he puts out, right? And then you ask me what's my number one artist, and I say Roddy Ricch, you're gonna be thinking like, this guy's out of his mind. Right. But like, yo, that's all I know because that's all I listen to.
You know what it sounds like the Kendrick Lamar fans, but I digress.
But people are just kind of sticking to what's familiar to them, right? Like, hey, here's this white guy. He looks like me. Fuck it, I'm gonna listen to him mostly out of anybody, right? But yeah, so either way, Eminem dropped a song called Houdini.
Mm-hmm.
You like the song?
I love the song.
I'm love the
song. This might be like one of my tops for the year, honestly.
Yo, it's giving old Eminem vibes.
Yeah.
He sounds like Slim Shady on this, right?
And I'm honestly, crazy enough, I've never been a biggest Eminem fan. Like, I can't name you 5 Eminem songs off the top of my head.
I was a big Eminem D12 fan back in middle school.
Right.
So this song's been kind of getting some backlash because in the song he has a bar about Meg Thee Stallion, and he says, "Yo, do I have a shot at? If I ask her for a feature, you think I have a shot at her feet?
At the feet or something like that?"
People are upset about it, and I don't know what it is about when male rappers name female rappers that people get so fucking pissed off. Primarily women, because the other way around, nobody gives a fuck. If a female rapper does one of these double entendre things at a male rapper, they just accept it for what it is. Like, they just think these like female rappers are untouchable, which to me, it's like, don't you guys want equality? Don't you want all these artists and rappers to be treated the same? I mean, he didn't. It's kind of a shade bar.
Yeah.
It was a shady bar.
You know what he was doing.
You know what he's doing.
Right.
It worked.
Yeah.
The song's like #1 for him right now. It's like trending everywhere. Because
do you feel like if he didn't drop that line, it would be trending?
No, I don't think the black audience would have really tapped into the song.
Nope, not at all. So kudos to us doing exactly what he needed. He wanted us to do. And I'm okay with it. To be honest with you, I think in the game of hip hop, it's fine by me. Honestly, people want to say, "Oh, she's a woman and she's a victim, and it's not okay to talk about domestic violence and blah 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 blah." To be honest with you, once again, going back, Cardi B promoted drugging and robbing niggas.
Not even that. Here's a bad example, right? 50 Cent got shot 9 times, and I've heard multiple rappers throw little digs and shots in their rap about it. Nobody gives a fuck.
No, I'm talking about where a woman is doing it to a guy, right?
No, so, there's that, right? But I'm giving you an example where when men do it to men, nobody gives a fuck.
You feel me? It's like, so you have 50 Cent with that situation. You have Cardi B with her situation. And it's like, nobody bats a fucking eye. But here, all the fucking crying ass people in the world are so upset that he plays a double entendre with addressing Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. I mean, did Megan have any? I didn't see if Megan had anything to say about the whole situation.
She might have tweeted something. I didn't. We can
really? But so like for people to like start crying about this shit, it's like, come on, bro. Like, okay, he made a thing about it. It's a popular thing that has happened in our culture, right? So obviously, you're gonna talk about it. I guarantee you, at some point, somebody's gonna drop the whole Diddy and Cassie reference at some point. It's just expected.
Yeah.
You know, like it's what's going to come. So. Are you gonna cry about that too? You know, like it's like
it's just it's part of rap. You guys can't pick and choose when rap, ends. If you're a rapper, you just gotta be open to the fact that like someone's probably gonna throw you in a bar here and there, especially if you had something that drastic happen.
Exactly,
it's just part of the game.
My point exactly. It's like you have to be kind of open to it. You can't be hush hush. You can't want to be part of in the game and then be upset when you get fouled. Like it's gonna happen. Like
you know what's interesting to me about Eminem is Eminem for the most part had really no issues. Like people just accepted that Eminem was one of like the top greats, right? Yeah. No one questioned it, right? Black or white, no one questioned it until that one Boosie interview where Boosie was like, "Yo, who the fuck's playing Eminem?"
Right.
Or it wasn't Boosie. It was Gucci Man. It was Gucci. Gucci Man's like, "Yo, who's in the car actually playing Eminem?" Like he's like, "Do you play Eminem?" "I don't play Eminem." And ever since Gucci Man did that shit, bro, everyone's kind of like, wait a minute, like, who the fuck is playing Eminem?
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of people have tried to like comment Eminem. We had Machine Gun Kelly going at Eminem.
White on white crime. Hate to see it.
You had I think The Game and him had beef at one point too.
Oh, probably. I mean, because Eminem's tied to 50 Cent, and then 50 Cent and then, The Game were beefing.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think like people just kind of like accepted him in. And to be honest with you, I think that if he was a black man, he would have gotten way more credit than he actually does right now. To be honest with you, I think like he would be up there with the Jay-Z in terms of like being.
Numbers wise, he's I think one of the most sold out rappers in history. So
I think that if he was black, he would have gotten more credit. He would have been with a Jay-Z. But because he's white, the community just doesn't accept him, which is kind of ironic because we complain about doing the same thing to white people, about white people doing the same thing to us. And here's my inner coon. Coming out.
People don't want to admit that a white man is one of the greats in a black space.
Which is crazy because like we want to go into other spaces and dominate their spaces, right? And we promote it, like we dominate in football. That was a white sport. We dominate in basketball, which is also a white sport.
I think it's like that's become black sport. I think a better example.
No, I'm talking about initially.
No, I know initially, right? But it's like for the longest it's been a black sport. I think a good example would be tennis and golf with like Tiger Woods and Serena Williams, where they dominate those sports.
Right.
And that's still a predominantly white sport.
White sport, right? So I mean, either way, right? Whether past or new, it's like we go into these spaces and we dominate and we promote that and we're rallying behind it, right? We dibble into rock music. We got Lil Uzi Vert that's on the verge of fucking being rock. Playboy Cardi on the verge of being fucking rock. Travis Scott do whatever the fuck he wants. Like I think he's in a class of his own, you know.
Yeah.
But like we're not complaining about that. We boost them up, right? And when we're not accepted into these spaces, we got Beyonce doing country music. You know, you got what's his name, Shaboozey?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that one, right?
Shaboozey doing that one.
Shaboozey. Who
this guy just cut me off and just
my bad,
went into a whole thing, bro.
My bad. You're right. My turn.
Right, damn, nigga. Can I finish my thought?
Yeah, my bad. My apologies. That's podcast messed up. We do it. My bad. Go ahead.
I don't want to finish it.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Can you please finish it? I want to hear it.
We have Shaboozey dropping music in country music as a black person now, and all I was gonna say was that
I'm sorry.
We should accept Eminem. Okay. Carry on, Shaboozey.
No. Anything else? Do you have anything? I'm sorry. I really apologize. I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Well, anyways.
More importantly, now you're done with that shit.
Since we're on Shaboozey, I just recently discovered his music not too long ago through TikTok.
Okay.
Which I'm happy. I'm still happy. Like TikTok's putting out some good artists.
Yeah.
So he just dropped an album. It's called "Where I'm Going Isn't Where Where I'm From Is." I don't know what the. Let me look this shit up, bro. Tripping out. But
I mean,
once again, my apologies, sir. Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going. It's 12 songs. It's got features by Paul Cotton or Cantoon. Sorry if I'm mispronounced that. Noah Cyrus and Big X the Plug. Let me talk about this dude real quick. Yo, Big X the Plug.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
Yo, I discovered him when I went to Dallas last year.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, he's like a legend. Like he's a local hero over there.
Right.
Like his music's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's fire.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, I haven't listened to his music too much, but since I've been doing Uber, I asked people like, what do they want to listen to, and his name has come up.
Really
a lot.
Big, yeah. Bro, I remember when I first heard that shit. I think it's the first song I heard about him was like called Levels.
Okay.
Fire.
Really?
Fire. They actually played him at a Cowboys game when I was there. Like.
Really?
Yeah. Like.
I don't. See, I never heard of him up until I started doing.
Well, I didn't hear him outside of like Dallas, and then I feel like I'm slowly putting Connecticut on into Big X the Plug. So
okay, you're responsible for that, even though people have been listening.
I'm just saying, you never know. It might be tied to me. I put someone else on, put that other person on, and I just somehow back to you.
Trickled over to me. Okay.
It happens. Butterfly effect,
right?
Or domino effect,
right?
But I'm not the biggest country fan, but this Shaboozey album, man, I'm digging. What are your thoughts?
Shaboozey album, it was cool. It just wasn't for me, Like I'm not
a big country fan.
I actually do like country music. Like I love George Strait. I listen to his music. I love what's her name? Dolly Parts.
Okay.
Dolly some shit. Right?
Dolly Parts.
Yeah, I like her. I said Dolly Parts, but yeah, I like her. I like her music. So I do like country. There are some country songs that I do like. Just this one, I don't know. This didn't hit my ear very well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big person that is actually really coming up in the country world right now. I think his name is Morgan Stanley.
I'm not familiar with
Morgan something. I'm gonna find it. But he's actually coming up right now in country music right now. He actually trickled into hip hop a little bit too as well. But Morgan Wallen.
I was gonna say Morgan Walker. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen. He's actually a really big he's actually been coming up really big in country music lately.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do like country songs. It's just something about this. And you know what it is? It reminded me of like Lil Nas X when he first came out, where it's like that hip hop / country vibe. And
okay,
I think it was like
it's not a full country.
Right. It's like it was just like a full album of like that sound, which I think Old Town Road was like, it was a good song, but I remember he tried to do like another one very similar and it just didn't stick and it just wasn't for me.
I don't know. I feel like this guy isn't a poser like Lil Nas X. Like this, he's giving me country, but he's mixing in the hip hop. I mean, my favorite song off the album was the bar song, aka Tipsy, which is kind of a remake of Jaquan's song.
R.I.P.
Tipsy.
R.I.P. to him.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Mm-hmm. I think he died. Yeah.
Jaquan ain't dead.
No, bro, Jaquan died. He got shot.
For real?
Yeah.
When did he die?
I don't know. I'll tell you right now.
This would be news to me.
Maybe he didn't. So who the fuck died then?
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about.
No, someone around that time did die. I thought it was him.
It ain't him.
All right, I'm gonna figure out who it is.
Either way, but I get what you're saying. I really my favorite songs are the Bar Song, Vegas, and Annabelle. I think it's just nice. It's nice seeing like this kind of type of country music to me, where it's like it's not a full hard transition. He made it easy to transition into the countryside.
Really? I mean, for me, I guess maybe it's a different sound, and maybe like he'll drop more music that I do like. I did like the Bar Song. It was good.
That should make me want to learn how to line dance.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would be nice. I feel like that would catch wave like in a bar for real. Like in that like college scene bar type vibe. I think it would be like
you know what it needs? They need a mechanical bowl. Like
right.
whatever bar has a mechanical bowl, that's the where they need to play that song at.
Right. Nah, I think it was a good song, but other than that, I want to say whatever the last song was on the album, I think it was a good song for me as well. But like I said, for me the album just was like.
Is that? What would you rate it?
I couldn't give it a fair rating, to be honest. I think like it wasn't a bad album. Like,
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Really?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I wouldn't say it wasn't a bad album, but it just wasn't for me. If I had to rate it, probably like a 3 or 4. But like I said, it's not my sound, you know?
I get that. I mean, I really like it. I think that's it. Music wise, we got a post.
Oh, we do have a post. So, recently single again.
Okay. Congrats. Right? Or not? Or
yeah, it's a congrats situation. But so I wanted to dabble into the whole, online dating thing, you know, and we're seeing a lot of people, finding the love of their life online dating. And I was like, let me just give it a shot and try and see what's out there, right? So I was doing some fishing one day, and I stumbled upon somebody that liked my my profile.
Okay.
Right?
What app is this?
Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, Tinder.
This is mostly for hookups, right?
You could use it for that. I mean, honestly, it's supposed to be intended for actual dating, like like get to know the person and then move on forward. But yeah, Tinder. I ended up going on Tinder and I found someone ended up liking my profile, right? So I looked at the description, right? And I'm gonna just read you the description.
Okay.
Right. So the person's name is Emily, 26 years old.
How long?
Emily, 26.
Okay, okay.
Doing not bad there, right? She's looking for.
So far, so good.
She's looking for long term and open to short term.
Okay, so she's looking for a long term relationship, but she's down to fuck.
Yeah, she's down to fuck if that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
She said, honestly, I don't know what I want. First line.
Appreciate the honesty. I'm a hint of red flagness.
Hint of red flag.
Hint.
Well, if you needed a full on red flag, I got you. Okay. Right? Currently married right now, but separated.
Okay, that's a big red flag. But understandable.
It's a major red flag.
Understandable. That happens a lot. I think that happens.
You think so?
I work with a lot of older women, and a lot of them are married, but they're not with the person or living with them, but they're technically married but separated. So I see that quite a lot. So that's not like.
How long would you say they've been separated? What's a reasonable time that
like
you're
6 months to a year?
6 months to a year is a decent.
I guess divorce. I'm not too familiar with divorces, man. But from my understanding, like they take some time, especially if you got a lot of assets and kids. So like, it's complicated and messy.
Would you date somebody that is married,
but they're separated?
How
much do they hate their ex?
Reasonable amount.
Yeah, I'd probably do it. I'd do it. I would do it.
Date, like actually be in a relationship.
Yeah, I'd do it.
You do it? Okay. No plans to be back with my baby dad.
Hey, that's a green flag.
It's starting to look green for you?
Yeah, she doesn't want him.
She has no plans. Not I will not be back with my baby father. Like it's like
I mean, you can't predict.
I don't know if I'm gonna get back with him.
You can't predict the future. She's saying that I don't plan on it. If shit happens, shit happens.
I don't know if I'll get back with him, but but there might be a possibility in our future.
Okay.
And then she wraps it all up with I have an 8-month-old son who is my entire world.
We got a rainbow flag now. This is crazy.
8-month-old son who was my entire world.
That's even worse. Yo, the worst part about dating a woman with kids is if her kid is her entire world because there's no room for you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's just crazy to say and kind of selfish of the man. But you want to date a woman that's like has emotional availability for you as well, just not her kid.
See, that's the thing. It's like I'm a end it there, right? So here's the thing, right? I think that it's not crazy because I truly believe that when you're dating somebody, not to say that the person is supposed to be your entire world and you're supposed to be their entire world, but there's a level of selfishness, right? And this is my issue when I say I don't want to date a single mother again, right? Previously, prior to my last relationship, there have been single mothers that pretty much give their kids the main focus when you're in a relationship with them, as they should, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's one of those things where it's like,
if I dated a woman, right, who was like the worst mother ever,
right? Like you
and she prioritized me over her kid, which I'm essentially a stranger.
I'm gonna judge you. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Crazy red flag. I would not take you serious.
All right, I'm gonna judge you. Like,
because if you're doing this for me, like out of nowhere, like I know you're not gonna be a good mom to my kids.
Right. I'm definitely gonna judge you. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here? You feel me? But like, but I still feel a type of way about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if you're telling me you can't chill because you know you have babysitting issues or your kid is sick or whatever the fuck, like your baby father didn't come pick him up, like now that's trickling into like my time, right?
Yeah.
And it's a tricky situation because like I have to be understanding about the situation because this is kind of what I signed up for with dating a single mother. But am I happy about it? No, because I'm making reservations. I'm moving my schedule around. I'm I'm making time to see you, you know, and I'm putting in the effort to see you, and my time isn't being respected. So this is the reason why I say I don't really want to date like single parents, because of the fact that like, you know, you tend to end up playing second place to their kid, which is supposed to happen.
Which makes sense.
Which is supposed to happen.
But you're not happy about it.
But I'm not happy.
But why so why put yourself in the situation?
Huh?
So why put yourself in the situation?
What?
You didn't hear me?
Nah, I'm fucking with you. So honestly, it's like the reason why I put myself in the situation because primarily that's what's available. You know, like outside of obviously if I had a choice, not to say I don't have a choice because we all have choices, but the dating market, ironically enough, most of the single women are single mothers. You know, so it's like it tends to be expected at this point that this is what it is. For me personally, I think that it's a two-sided coin because you kind of have to, because you expect it, you kind of have to take what these negative traits that I just listed before along with it as well. But for me, it's just not really like, ideally it's not what I would want to do. But then again, then you're going to be single.
I mean, I don't think if you have an 8-month-old child, you should be dating.
No,
I think minimum the kid should be 2 years old. That's what I think. I think when your kid's 2 years old, I think you should start dating. Anything under that is just, you'll focus on getting your life together, focus on the child, and then
focus on this divorce that needs to happen.
That's true. That too.
I think that's another thing.
That's big.
Right. Let's get ourselves out of a marriage and then we can start focusing on dating.
Why? If you're not fully divorced, you really shouldn't be dating. Like,
right.
Handle that situation before you go and get another man involved. Like
my point exactly. Like I don't understand why
people rush to dating too much.
I think that like first things first, if you have an 8-month-old, you haven't had that much time to heal. Like
physically, not just emotionally. Right. Like physically, like the stitches are fresh.
You just popped this baby out. But emotionally wise, like your relationship is still fairly fresh. You feel me? Like unless the motherfucker left you alone when you were 8, when the baby was when the 8-month-old was like being born or during your pregnancy, is one of the only ways I could see that being feasible. But then outside of that, which generally isn't the case, so you've had to broken up at some point along the way right now, right? So it's like for you to be, first things first, you are married. Let's call it for what it is. You're married, and you have an 8-month-old. You're a prime suspect or a prime dating candidate right now. Like, is this right? Is this where your priority should be at right now?
And this is and to wrap it all up, this is what Vivica Fox thinks like.
Right. You feel me?
This is how they think.
This is where it trickles into. It's like, come on, you feel me? Like, I'm not to say that you have to have your life together or anything like that. Like, I'm okay with baggage,
make sure
bro.
the kid's walking.
Right.
Don't start dating at least till the kid's walking. All right.
Like, what are you gonna do with this kid? Like, where is this kid gonna be at? Like, I'm gonna be on the phone with you and the kid is crying, bro. There was one time, right? I was talking to this girl, and bro, the fucking kid was screaming in the background all the time, and like, you have to like, you hear the mom yelling at the kid all the time, and I'm talking about this kid is screaming at the top of its lungs, and it's like, am I walking myself? What am I walking myself into? You feel me? And the first things is like, the first thing they'll blatantly look at you in the face and tell you that my kid needs a father because his father's not active. Like,
well, good luck with that.
Like, oh my gosh, I don't know, man. Like, and this is what I say. Like, when we say the dating scene is like trash right now, like this is the prime example of that, because it's like when you go on these dating apps, you have women saying like, okay, like I have my son or I have my daughter and they're my world, or I have 3 kids or whatever the fuck. And it's like, you have to literally, like, this is what the options that you have to choose from. Or you have the ones that just hide it and then tell you after that they have kids as well. So it's nice. It's a nice theory to say you're not going to date fucking.
Yo, I appreciate her honesty. I'll give her that, man.
Right.
Like, she put her all on the table, because now it's really just completely up to you or anyone that actually decides to go along with it. Because to finding like that out after you go through with it, that'd be insane.
Insane, bro.
I respect that. I respect honesty. Like, as crazy it is, I don't agree that she's doing this to herself, but I respect that she put it all out there. That's a little green flag. You know she ain't lying.
If I would have to agree with you again. I didn't look at it like that. I just saw how crazy this whole situation was.
Very insane situation. But honesty should always be rewarded on some level. And this is as honest as you can get.
I mean, because if you decide to accept that, then like
I respect her. I respect her even putting the months out there. If that was me, I'd say at least 1-year-old. Because at least 1-year-old sounds much better. When you say you got like a month, like blank months, that's crazy.
I would just say I have a baby.
That too. Yeah. That's not bad, but
I have a kid.
Yo, but to say months,
Right.
Insane behavior.
I have a 2-month-old, just in case if you were thinking about dating me,
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy, but
Very crazy.
I mean, when I tell you the level of audacity, man, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like, in no means am I a picky person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will pretty much, if you have a fucking pulse and are loyal and are as an honest person, like,
but she is.
You pretty much got me, right?
I mean, she's got 2 to 3. She got a pulse. She's honest.
I mean, she was upfront. I don't know if she was honest, but yeah, that's something you got to figure out along the way.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, so far. So I mean, based off the evidence we got.
And no kids, which eliminates her, right? But like, for you to have, like, if you have those 3 things, like, or 4 things, I'm good. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck what your work history is. I don't give a fuck what accolades you have. Like, none of that shit matters to me. Just be loyal and honest.
So when's the first date?
And not have a kid.
Okay. All right.
We'll wrap it up on that one.
Shit, I mean, good luck on your dating adventures. I can't wait to hear more about it.
It's gonna. I feel like
I'm living. What was it? Vicariously through you?
Right. I feel like you actually thoroughly enjoy hearing the shit that I fucking go through.
I miss it.
Really?
I miss this shit, man. I miss it. People complain about dating. I loved it. Like, my dating experience when I had one was pleasant. It's so good.
Right, I'm telling you, when you're on the inside, you look outside and be like, "Oh, it'd be so fun to go outside and play." And then when you're outside and playing, you're like, "Man, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to go in the house."
Yo, probably true, right? I mean, I'm in a good situation right now. I mean, but I do remember dating. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I know people complain about it. Like, my dating experiences were fun.
I mean, but remember when you were dating, and what we said is also, this is a whole different market now. Right?
No, yeah. So I obviously, I don't know what dating is like now, but my dating experience was
right. When you're early 20s and you're dating, bro, it was blissful.
Yeah.
Now,
I had money in a car.
And now you have to date for intention. You feel me? And it's
that's,
you actually have to care about.
You know what? That's one thing I never did. I've never dated for intention, yo.
Yeah.
It was just all like, whatever happens, happens.
Right.
Like,
you just rocking away.
Yeah, I just ended up in where I'm at. Like, I never had plans.
Right.
Yo, if you were to ask like the 20-year-old version of me, I probably would never thought about having kids or getting married. Like, that was never a thought in my mind.
Really?
Never. Like, I was never that guy who like, oh, I can't wait to be a dad type shit. Like, it just happened.
Yeah, ironically enough, I always wanted to have kids and get married. Like, I've always like had that dream when I was younger, which is kind of
stop giving a fuck. That's how it's happened.
maybe I'll stop caring. Well, I told you, I don't know. I can't fuck bitches and not care about them.
No, I mean that. Yeah, I got to that, unfortunately.
Right. But
all right, we'll end it on that.
Yeah, end it on that one.
Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. This is Bro, we shot for 2 hours.
Yeah, our timer, our mixer says 3.
3?
Yeah.
I've been timing it. So we've been actually, I think 220. 224.
Yep. I mean,
If you made it over here, man, you're a real one.
You're a real one.
Make
man.
sure you drop a like. We'll see you on next episode.
Just put if you made it this far, comment under the bottom.
Real one.
Real one.
Yeah, real one.
If you made it this far, comment under the bottom. Real one. We'll give you something.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give you something.
Yeah. We'll
Not
give you
real.
something.
Yeah.
Deadass. We'll really give you something. If whoever made it this far to the end of it, just comment under real one and hold us to giving you something. We'll figure it out. We'll iron it out.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's valuable too. It's worth it.
Bet. I like that.
Yeah.
I start doing this.
You're right.
All right, man. We'll see you next episode.
Later.